Good evening, everybody. Virtual Fight fans, welcome back to the Esports Fight League. Tonight, ESFL 63 coming at you. Pryoxis taking on Mad Dog. It's a great event. We're competing with Game of Thrones this evening. Thank you for being here. I hope you are all ready for some great, fantastic EA Sports UFC 3 online MMA action. And, of course, for the first time ever, I am joined in the booth this evening by a new face, Mr. Luba Libre. How are you this evening, sir?
Man, Bailey, and I am so happy to be here.
Good.
This is such an exciting day for me. I mean, we had the Battle of Winterfell. Forget all that. ESFL tonight.
Sorry,
I can't wait, man.
It's gonna be great, man. We have some great fights, some real vets. We got the champ defending his belt this evening. He says he may vacate. This may be the last time you might see Pry for a while, guys. I doubt it. He'll be back. You know, as good as some of those other fighting games are, he can never really put himself in the mindset of those fighters. I don't think he'll be back to the ESFL for sure. And yeah, he's fighting tonight. Let's take a quick look at the card here, guys, before we kick things off. It is Mad Dog taking on Pry this evening. Of course, I mustn't forget, Mad Dog is the champ, obviously, not Pry. Did I just say that? I've got to make sure I get my stuff right. Here we go. But we've got a bunch of other fighters on this evening, some vets coming in. Hammer is here tonight. Swift Tricks coming in hot as well. He's high up there on the rankings, number top 10 in the world right now on Xbox. Unnoticed Legacy taking on Slick Colt. Bone is back taking on Sticky. Gameroom. Davicin's here tonight as well. I Punch Santa's back. Warrior, that'll be a good fight. Combo taking on Calvin. That's a nice striking matchup right there. Declan's fighting Dev. Styles, who is number 3 right now, I think, in the Xbox rankings as well. He's way up there, man. He's been putting on some good fights, taking on I Know King. And then, in the main event, Mad Dog taking on Pry. It's a good event tonight, guys. We've got a bunch of good fights. And it's a relatively small card. It's a bite-sized card this evening. You know, we're going to get it in there, get these fights out. Nice, compact experience for you tonight. Luba, I'm going to say Luba or Libre. What would you prefer tonight, sir?
We can go with Luber. Luber will work, okay, but either
Luba.
way.
If I try and say both, it's just going to fall out of my mouth. So I'm going to go Luba. Luba, anything on that card standing out for you this evening that you're excited about?
Well, you mentioned it's a smaller card, but I think we're looking at quality over quantity, right? Because from top to bottom, you got guys all over the Xbox leaderboard, people who've been in the ESFL, proven that they can hang with the best of them. And I can't wait to see what happens when, especially this main event here, man. Mad Dog, the new champ, taking on Pryoxis. Everybody knows how good Pry is, what he can do in there. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't wait to find out.
All right, good. And well said, sir. Right. Let's not waste any more time. The first fighters have been ready and are ready right now. It is going to be, let me double check right here before I get it wrong, Yeshua Hammer, also known now as Sick Techniques, I do believe, taking on T4H Breezy in our first fight tonight. Let's jump on over because these boys are ready to go. They've been waiting patiently. I feel like the stream just froze, so I'm going to refresh just in case it didn't before we switch it over to it. I think they're good. And a great little matchup to get us started. I think everything's okay. I'm getting no response from them right now. I can't believe we're just about to start this card. And now I'm getting some problems. Is everything okay on your end, Luba? I'm not getting something wrong with just for me.
I was having the same issue, but I think they just came back.
Okay.
I just refreshed. I don't know.
Let's do one more. Here we go. We've got to start this off. There we go. We're good. Okay, I'm hearing some in-game mics, but we're good. Here we go. It's a little choppy. It's a little chunky, but it'll do for the first fight of this evening. Anything you could tell us about these two fighters right here, Lube?
Yeah, so the first fight of the night, we got Hammer and T4 Breezy. You know, this is the first fight, but these are two guys who've been around. Hammer, this is his fifth fight in the ESFL this season. He did come off a loss to Davic. He's on a 2-fight skid, but he's been in there with the best of them and hung tight, beaten some of the best. I've fought him many times online. I know he's going to bring it. And then, of course, T4H Breezy. It's his Season 2 debut, but anybody who's seen him fight knows he's going to bring it. I think that what we're looking at, if we get these fighters locked in, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, your classic grappler striker. We'll see how it goes.
That's a tasty matchup. I do like that. Holloway has just some insane striking, stats right here. As anybody knows who's watching this right now, you can do a lot with Holloway. You can basically throw everything in the book. You don't have that switch kick off the lead leg. You don't always need that. You got double teeps. You got your elbows. You got your spinning elbows. You've got your head kicks. You got your same side head kicks with a straight, and you've got your same side roundhouses to the body. You don't have that switch. It's not always needed, but it's got a full range with Max Holloway, as well as the footwork and the hand speed. Good on the inside with the laser focus. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, good, like you said. And we're seeing Breezy here, T4H. That's the 4 Horsemen camp, guys. If you don't know, haven't seen any of those guys for a while. Maybe it's just me, but they're back here right now. Like you said, Breezy, yeah, looking to make his season 2 debut.
Yeah, it's an interesting time period, I think, right now in the game, where the game's been out for a while. A lot of people have gone hard on the grind, and then some people take breaks, come back, and it's always interesting to see who's got their timing down, their sense of range, who's on point, and that really can make the difference in these fights where both people have proven that at their best they can hang with anyone.
There we go. I think we're getting a little feedback through on somebody's end here. Whoever's hosting this, just turn your monitor down, because we can't hear the fight and hear ourselves at the same time. It's going to drive us crazy right here. So we should be okay. I can hear you echoing in the background. It's not a good. It's all right. You know, first fight, we'll start a little choppy. We'll be good. All right, kicking it off. Here we go, guys. ESFL 63. It's good to be back. Thank you for joining us this evening. We got Breezy taking on Hammer. Here we go. Nice push straight away.
Look at the push.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, maybe, if we get some freaking... There we go. Oh, man. Sometimes there's a little adjustment. Here we go. Stream's locking in. Yeah, look, push. I don't know if he's trying to dominate the center right here, or just trying to keep Yeshwan off the back foot. If he thinks he's going to shoot on him, obviously, the closer to the cage, the less that grapple advantage is going to play a factor.
Yeah, I think the threat of the ground game Ortega here, it looks like he's going for that push takedown. Yep.
Boom, snatches up that nice snatch, pull out them legs underneath, gets that double leg against here, but it looks like we're going for... This is almost on. It's okay, we'll be fine. It's the first fight, we're getting it in. Trying to hit that double pummel, doesn't get in it, and now we've got the double underhooks right here for Breezy, who would see how he plays out. I mean, we didn't see him in Season 1. Season 2 right here in the ESFL, you have to deal with offensive grapplers who are going to put your back to the cage and try and take you down. And good work right there by Breezy, just executing, getting out nice and easy on the escape. Now trying to sit back and using some good head movement. Beautiful little oblique kick and into the turning side kick to the body as well. This is nice, patient, and precise work right here. Nice check down low as well.
And I'm keeping my eyes where these fighters are in the octagon. As soon as Max Holloway's getting close to the cage, you got to look out for that push takedown. I think that is the game plan coming in here.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, Hammer knows that. Hammer is obviously a grappler predominantly. He's been doing a little striking as always, but he definitely wants to create that space to the cage. He already shot one double leg in there, and he got it. You know, he finished it against the cage, but it was good work by Breezy to get back to the feet. And again, he's gone back to that oblique there. Nice turning side to the body, which was good work, but he's going to need more than just that. You can't be too predictable here, especially against someone like Hammer. Fake break into the full tie. That's nice. And then a deny. Knees blocked, but that's good work here. Double deny into the elbow. This is good stuff, Luba.
The elbow.
Again,
yeah, they're getting work in early here.
Again, 3 times.
Hard to exactly keep track of the damage being done, but we can approximate it.
We can approximate it there. Nice rear uppercut into the left hook there. Hammer's coming in, shoots that single from far out, catches it. Nice timing, mix that up right
Got
there.
it.
Nice little run of the pipe and just bumps out that half guard transition. So Hammer got the fight where he wants it, straight into mount right here as well. Nice short shots from the top. The fake bump gives him the space to get that full mount position, but nice roll back to half guard here. So Breezy probably just trying to stay patient right here, try and find a way out, but he doesn't want to be here in side control. More options to escape. Okay. Okay, I have to turn down this in-game freaking Folly. Jesus. I can't commentate with this. It's making me laugh. Oh God. Okay. We'll turn it down. Okay, sorry.
A little additional commentary.
There we go. Yeah, a little. It's nice to think that we can hear the competitors, but it throws us off a little bit, unfortunately. Again, 4 times he's gone to that now.
Slideshow presentation here.
All right, good first round, Lube.
Yeah, I liked it. From what we were able to make out, it seemed like the wrestling is going to be a huge factor. I mean, obviously, if Max Holloway can get those hands going, it's going to be a threat, but the rounds will go quick. A 3-round fight, we're already a third of the way through.
Well, I was fairly impressed with Breezy in that first round. I mean, he controlled the distance fairly well. He did get taken down twice. It was that double leg against the cage, a single leg that came from the center. He got caught a little bit off the timing there. That was just good timing by Hammer, and he knows how to set those takedowns up. But he did some damage, Breezy, and as this fight goes on, he can turn it up as the stamina starts to go more in his favor, as it will, especially if those kicks get whiffed right there, which we assume we saw. I think that was a whiff of a switch. We barely saw it right now because we're trying to deal with the lag, but clock frozen on 420.
Yeah, it is interesting, and you do wonder when you're seeing the leg on the presentation here, what it's like in fight, if maybe the fighters are dealing with that.
I think it's just the
great rock right there.
The upload speed, yeah, the front kick right down the middle. Mitigate that head movement, short shot to see if he gets to defend here. Breezy not taken down yet. The double underhook's locked in right here by Hammer. Nice fake. Now it's just a deny, another fake right there. Yeah, it would be, and that's exactly what he wants. He's got 3:30 left in this round right here, so we've got plenty of time if we can get it. There we go. Snaps the body to body, nice and tight. Into side control, but again, the bump straight back to half guard. And, you know, Breezy didn't take too much damage when he was on the bottom before, and now he's gone full, Lube.
And right like that, passing to half guard, now he's got his back.
Man, good work here. The turn and there's the easy reversal right there, takes his back. And this is not where Hammer wanted to be when he took this fight down.
Yeah, and, you know, even though Brian Ortega may have the better grappling sets, you get that top position, you score a point. Oh, no, he lets him up.
Well, that's wise, I think, there by Breezy. He's clearly wants to strike. He's been doing fairly well on the feet, and only really from Hammer we've had these 1-2s down the middle. We've seen some head movement from Breezy slipping to the outside right there. Goes up high with a turn like this one. Eats that beautiful roundhouse off the straight right there. So mixing it up by Hammer.
Trading head kicks now.
Yeah, it's a very patient striking fight, this one. Breezy trying to preempt that right here, trying to slip early. Doesn't get it. Nothing doing. I'm hearing some shots being fired in the background. Can't see what's happening. The crowd's getting excited, though. You know, it makes me, you know, not... watching a fight like this gets me excited for UFC 4, where there will definitely be a spectator mode, because, you know, they show some love for ESFL. We won't have to deal with this anymore, you know.
These are the best competitors in the world. We need a spectator mode. We gotta do it right. Hopefully we'll get that.
Fingers crossed. Gym fights, just anything, you know. All right.
Yes.
Takes a momentum sweep right there. Tries to hit the side out to the left. Doesn't get it. Well played by Hammer. Saw it coming. Now passes to half guard. Straight posture up this time. No messing around. He sat there a little too long previously. Got bumped out, but there's the sit up from half guard. You do risk that. And no, nothing doing. Hammer unable to stop. And Breezy with a nice get up right there. Sweeps to full guard. But here comes the triangle. This is really dangerous here. We've got T-City with that 2-stage. He doesn't block out the left side. He's going to sweep for 2, and this is going to be it right here. You cannot sit in this position. Bam. Just
there it is.
Like that, man. Just like that. That's all it takes, Luke, man. That's all it takes when you're fighting Brian Triangle City, man.
Yeah, T-City, Ortega, and Hammer, somebody who's been in that position a million times, locks in the armbar. There it is.
Honestly, I mean... You got to feel like he felt, you know, that posture up from half guard. But we say that, you know, there was nothing doing right there. Hammer, you know, didn't deny it, and he got swept to full guard. I mean, that might have been a ploy right there. He might have postured up, thinking, okay, I'm gonna defend these transitions. If he sweeps me to full guard, then I'll just snap the submission straight on. And he did it. You know, we've seen that kind of baiting at a high level play, so it is possible, but in either case, man, you can't hang around there in the full guard, unable to get out of it. And when that green flick comes up, man, especially with someone like Brian, you know it's a 2-stager. If you see that green L, you got to hit that before your opponent stop that in its tracks, but unable to do that right there. And Breezy was looking really good right there in his season 2 debut, and just unfortunately right there get caught in that it was an armbar finish. So man, good fight though, good fight to kick us off tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Love the featherweight division. I think we got a welterweight fight next, which is my absolute favorite. I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure. And it's beautiful and crispy, and it looks HD and so lovely. We are just waiting on the opponent to get in on this one. It's going to be Swift Tricks taking on the Real Vayu Ninja, which will be a great matchup right here. Yeah, welterweight, always a competitive division. Yeah, hopefully these guys won't take too long here. We're going to move swiftly through the cards this evening. Unless we've been updated with another... we might do. Hang on, let me just check. Let me check the behind the scenes right here. Because we did have the fight number 2, which did fall out. We've got a second fight. Okay, excuse me. We do have a replacement fight for the Mr. Meeksies fight that fell out this evening. So we will not be going to Swift Tricks next. We will, in fact, be going to Icy Pegasus taking on Evil right here. So let me pop that over to you, Luba, so you've got it right here. There you go.
I got it here,
you got it? All right, perfect. Now, this is beautiful and HD as well, which is just so nice to see. So let's jump straight over because these guys are ready to go. Another featherweight division Let's see a little mix up, a little change up. Maybe a Conor McGregor. I ain't seen McGregor in a while. Used to be a McGregor-dominated society. We haven't seen him, you know, picked up in the ESFL for a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting how sometimes it seems the meta shifts along with the popularity of the fighters. You see Max Holloway getting a lot of attention in real life. Now we see a lot of players picking him up. It looks like Jose Aldo.
Yeah, Aldo, man. I mean, that's a wise pick. I mean, I'd say more than wise, I'd say bold. You know, you can struggle a little bit, especially against someone like Holloway. There's a lot of reach, a lot of range. You can find yourself whiffing on a lot of your shots if you're not careful. Like if you're throwing those 3-punch combos, that left hook at the end that you typically throw can fall a little short if your opponent's already started to exit from that pocket. So you kind of have to catch your opponent moving in the trades, or roll underneath and work the body, then come up to the head, go low, go high. So we'll see how Icy mix it up, because with Aldo, you definitely have a disadvantage against Holloway in the speed, the footwork, and of course the range. So those are three things you kind of can use to dictate the pace of a striking match. You got to read your opponent, counter them as they come in, chop down low, slow down some movement, or just rip underneath them, use some good head movement. But if Icy Pegasus isn't going to do that, it might be a tough out right here. But what do you think of the matchup, Lou?
I think, you know, I'm not too sure. Icy Pegasus, we've seen in there before. His opponent here, I'm not too sure what his game is, what his general approach. Obviously, taking Max Holloway, I think it's the long game. It's the stamina. It's keeping your health up long enough that you can put him away later in the fight or eke out a couple of rounds. We'll see how they approach the start of this fight here.
So it's Evil 97 is the opponent right here. I don't know if the boys in the back have any info for us. They might not. It's all good. But thank these two fighters for filling in on short notice right here, getting it on. I'm guessing that neither of them knew they were going to be fighting each other, so just showing up to fight, ready to get it after it. We'll see how this plays out. Yeah, we've seen Icy before. I believe we have seen Evil before as well, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, even though I don't know what the power advantage difference is really between Aldo and Holloway. I don't think it's too significant. Aldo, of course, has those leg kicks, and when you are fighting the longer fighter, as they exit, those legs do stick out there. Holloway's got very long legs. His arms aren't even, you know, his reach isn't that significant in terms of his arms. His legs are very long, though, so you can chop low on the exit and on the way in if you're going to stand and plant. But we'll see how it plays out right here. So here we go. Second fight of the night here, ESFL 63. No crowd for this one. Evil 97 taking on Icy Pegasus.
Yeah, I sometimes like these fights. You hear the impact of the punches. I think the energy we'll have to bring ourselves. I like it.
We can do that for sure, and it's Evil's ESFL debut right here, and he's standing in the pocket. A lot of forward movement, stepping into all those strikes. That's going to leave big vulnerability windows to see if Icy can take control of that. And Icy's doing a good job circling out right here, but Evil plowing through with those shots. He's beating Icy to the punches. He's trying to exit with that jab and that straight chopping low. That block is going down for Icy. He's got to move his head. He can't just take these, and Evil knows this, man. He's just charging through. There we go. Planting and throwing. 1, 2, 3 right there. Nan's nice and crisp. There's a 3-4 just whiffs on the end there for Evil.
Yeah, I hope Icy Pegasus has a nice cologne on, because Evil's getting tight and personal. He's not giving him any room to breathe here.
Yeah, gonna move that head. He can't take all this on the block. I mean, if you look at that block already of Icy, it's so low down. And he ducks under for a double leg. Interesting. I know that Holloway has great takedown defense here. It's going to be hard to get underneath there unless you slip a couple of stripes in the way. But that leg kick will help him if he can keep going to it. The switch stance of Holloway is incredibly high, but it will slow down some of this forward pressure and also just give Evil something else to think about. Nice 1-2, hits the jab to the body, and that's a nice outside leg kick. Comes back with a 2-3 to the body as well. Good work right here. More of this is what we need. Evil's hanging around the outside of him and trying to obviously reassess his attack strategy.
Early on, Evil was punishing Pegasus for those leg kicks, but I think Pegasus is figuring out setting them up a little easier and not getting hit in return. Oh.
Second time that teep to the face has landed right down the middle. And look at the block of Icy, man. Holloway has so much striking stamina, and he can really just chain together 4 or 5 punch combinations. And you got to be careful, because if you take those on your block, it's going to get real hard later on. We're still in the first round right here. That block is so low. And there we go. Wise. He blocks a head kick up. Comes in through with a single leg. Run of the pipe, and this is good if you get a couple of denies off, some ground and pound, some shots to the body. This can help Icy. He can play this stamina game a little better. Nice deny there for the sit out to the side from Evil.
And this will be interesting. We saw on the feet Evil definitely holding his own, making his debut, but on the ground, it's a whole new skill set. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, stamina definitely in the advantage of Icy Pegasus right here, who bumped that side half guard there. No setup for it. And 2 short elbows from Evil and a nice get up. We've got 40 seconds left in this round. We'll see who can maybe try and steal it. The elbow falling short. Double uppercuts coming off the block. And there's the 1-4 right over the top. Evil coming forward now. The screen switch, but that's a cheeky left hook. Nice rock right there. Evil going to have to back up. Stands and plants with the straight. And man, these guys are taking some punishment. No fear at all, man. Just threw it right down the middle. 5 seconds left.
You love to see it.
Oof.
On the big stage, not worried about making any mistakes, just going out there and throwing.
Man, these two are definitely doing that. And there's a lot of damage right there. Loads of damage coming off in that first round. All right, here we go.
Now we'll see if Evil's settled in here. He was throwing a lot of volume, which is to his benefit, but he did get hit a couple times. Let's see if the ESFL jitters maybe are settling down and he can get in a rhythm.
They are definitely real, those ESFL jitters, trust me. Many a fighter with the sweaty controller. For the first time, nice little lead flick to the body, though. That's great. I mean, Holloway has some super long legs. That lead body kick can be really well utilized if he can get in there. And there's another one right there, but he took a leg kick somehow. And that is flashing right now. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it hit the right leg, but they gave him the rock on the left.
Man, the Icy knows his range with Aldo right here. He's landing all these shots right on the edge of his range. A nice right hand and uppercut coming through. There we go. Stepped in a leg kick. That's how you punish a leg kick right there. Double planting with the 2 hooks, and Evil's coming forward. Excuse me right now. Knows he's hurt. Knows his block is low. Trying to power on through. Oh, sidestepped into that right hand. Beautiful slip one more time. There's that rear uppercut. He landed that earlier on right there, and the head health and block for both fighters is so low. Oh, beautiful head kick off the straight right there, Lube.
Yeah, Pegasus was trying to get some respect. He's getting backed up. He got the rock, but now he's down on the ground.
Oof. Yeah, and if you look at the damage here, I mean, it's fairly even. A little bit less block right here for Icy, but the head health, the leg health as well, both fairly even. So, but Evil with that knockdown definitely going to get some points on the board this round. He just needs to hold this top position. You know, he doesn't need to give this up. Just as I say that, gets swept here with 2:30 left in this round. Plenty of time left for Icy to work. Get that knockdown back if he can, but he won't do that by holding this top position. Man.
Yeah, I think a necessary break for these guys if they're trying to make it to the decision. Both guys are taking so much damage.
Wow, a stand up from the rail. We don't see that very often. Blimey. All right, fair enough. Evil Levine, whatever you want to do. Evil did very well from this left-hand side of the screen. You could kind of tell an uptake in the aggression. Nice teep kick block there, though, and the switch to the body also blocks. So both fighters have been a little bit more defensively aware. I like Evil's change up of tempo and striking. Steps in with the 1-2, exits, and straight back in with the 1-4. He thought he was done, but he wasn't. The 2-3, bouncing off that block, and there's the slip one more time. That's what Icy's looking for. He slipped and ripped that uppercut. Twice he caught Evil strong with that, so if we see he tries to get it in. Now Evil changing back to the uppercut to the right hand one more time, and Icy's got to move his head right here. He's not going to be able to take these shots against the cage. But the stamina loop.
That block on Jose Aldo, it's every time he gets... a necessary spear there, getting it to the ground.
Yeah, good job ducking under. I would have probably liked to see Icy just rip the body right there. He had an open shot, the right hand almost in range, but the spear, again, probably not going to win him the round, but maybe he feels like he can do some damage from the top position. Maybe just to save himself right there, but Evil just coming forward right there, unloading, almost burning out his stamina, but then another beautiful get up. Switch over the top, excuse me.
And just, I think a fantastic matchup on late notice here. Both guys pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I would say that again. Nice last dip attempt submission to the end of the round right there. You got to give that round to Evil, though. I mean, he got that knockdown. It was beautiful work and another rock. So that big right hand, he's setting up with a jab, and then the 4 comes straight through round and over the top. And, you know, Icy's got to look for that slip uppercut. He was doing good work. And because Evil's stepping right into range, and he's pushing forward with this jab on this 4. So he's walking into the shots. If he can just time them like he did, Icy can plant and land. He tried to get that slip uppercut off right there. Just something big as Evil steps in. And do some big damage.
And you just got to wonder, how long can that low block hang in there for Icy Pegasus before he goes down again? Oh,
set that up beautifully. Right on the end of range, and this could be all she wrote right here. Nice big left hook to drop Icy one more time right here. Sits the side control. Oh, the elbow sprawl transition. Good work by Icy. Needs to get out of here, though.
Yeah, I'm seeing a real methodical approach from Evil now, just pushing forward, throwing combinations, consistently pressuring Jose Aldo.
And this is real tough, man. He's going to have to roll out. Nice work by Evil getting the back flat, putting them hooks in. Definitely a great position just to have your opponents. But you've got 3:30 left, you know, nice and patient, like you said, from Evil. He's in no rush to finish this fight. He's probably winning on the scorecards, especially with that second knockdown. So Icy's got to get up, got to finish this fight right here. And Evil knows it, can take his time, can hold top position, just chip away as long as Eve doesn't stand and back up, and just ride the side control. Butterfly sweep from Aldo. I didn't even know he had that, but there we go.
Icy able to advance positions here, but I mean, the clock's ticking. If he needs a finish, which is what I'm thinking is the case as well, always attempting the sweep.
Yeah, trying to get the arm
Gotta
grab,
get up.
the roll into top mount, not going to get it. You're right. He's got half this round left. Double fake here. Got to fit in the hooks, feet on the hips. Excuse me. Got to make something happen of this. Try and get a double block off. But Evil being real methodical in that ground and pound from the top. Not even overexerting. Not even doubling up on 2 shots. Not giving any opportunity for Icy to, you know, set up some grapple advantage. Transition with the easy gallop. Caught him out with it right there. And here we go. Icy's got to get something off here. Evil's got slightly less stamina here. Those whiffs are going to make it even more dangerous for him, especially if he keeps throwing that big hook. There's the slip uppercut. Not enough to rock him. I bet Icy's surprised about that, but he got it in there. He's going to have to do something big right now. Fakes that kick right there. Tried to step in with the uppercut again. And, you know, if I'm Icy, I'm going forward right here because Evil's reluctant. He's backing up. You've got to make something happen right here.
Yeah, I think I see a little window here for Icy Pegasus to steal it. I mean, with the stamina
difference.
Oh,
there we go! Beautiful. One more time with the rear uppercut into the left hook, but he's not going to get a finish from this full guard position. He should just get up right now because he's not going to be able to do enough damage. Maybe from stacks, he's going to posture up, try and get the pound off on Evil, who just needs to cover up and sit here for the 30 seconds left in this fight. There we go. Wise moves.
I mean, if it goes to the scorecards, we've been saying Holloway, but that first round was fairly close. If he could steal this third round, that could be interesting as well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Here comes the wheel kick or something crazy. Knee to the body. Powering through right here. Oh, tries to get the roundhouse in at the bell. Wow. Good fight, man. And there we go. They skipped
that was
it.
Excellent.
They skipped it right there, Lube. We saw the result. And yeah, Evil with the win in his ESFL debut, man. I mean, fairly impressive by Evil. A lot of strikes coming out right there. Did whiff a couple on those significant strikes and did gas slightly towards the end, but he really was trying to power through in those early rounds. He had the block down low and he was trying to put it on. Icy Pegasus, who eventually found his timing with that slip uppercut into that left hook, got some big damage off, but it just wasn't enough. Just a little too late, I feel, Lube.
Yeah, you can see the difference in total strikes, 80 total strikes. And while not all of them landed, the difference in the block, I think the advantage that Max Holloway had, able to throw combinations continuously, get those rocks, take over, clean win. It was impressive.
Yeah, for sure, especially in the ESFL debut, man. We talked about them jitters, you know, so they are a real thing right there. And yeah, I'm impressed as well. Looking forward to seeing him, you know, taking some higher competition. Now, Swift Tricks and Real VR Ninja have been waiting while we've been talking and commentating on that last fight, so we won't make them wait any longer. We'll jump on over. This is going to be the third fight of the night, and I think we've got a little background on these, Lube. What can you tell us about these two competitors?
Yeah, so third fight of the night. Let me see here. Yeah, Swift Tricks, he's making his promotional debut. We've seen him around the community. He's currently ranked number 10 on the Xbox leaderboard. That leaderboard, just such a grindstone. We see some of the best fighters in the ESFL coming from the top of the leaderboard. So super exciting debut. On the other end, Real Veo Ninja, he is coming off a loss, but that was to Lav. Lav, one of the best fighters in the world. And sometimes those losses, I mean, he's 0-2 in the ESFL right now. Sometimes those losses are what it takes to motivate you, and you step up your game and you come back a new fighter the next time we see him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely learn sometimes more from your losses, especially against higher competition. And like you said, Love, very, very good competition here in the ESFL. So we'll see, man. He's welcoming in, you know, someone making their debut today. You know, he feels like he's probably got that experience under his belt. Knows what it's like to be in there, knows what it's like to play with you know, everyone watching, all the community watching. So we'll see what he can do. But here we go. Third fight of the night. ESFL 63 here, guys. Pryoxis taking on the champ Mad Dog this evening. And an Xbox Championship showcase. And here we go. Swift Tricks. Nice straight to the body. It's going to stop that forward momentum if he can hit Ninja right there as he's coming forward as well, going to drain that stamina. And there's a little side kick as well to create some space.
And one of my favorite matchups in competitive play, Rafael Dos Anjos, Nick Diaz. You can't discount the striking of Rafael Dos Anjos, but Nick Diaz is probably the premier guy in the division when it comes to pure striking. We'll see how this fight plays out.
Yeah, Ninja's working the body already. He's going to have to go to that, because if he lets Swift get any kind of advantage in the strike and stamina early, it's going to be a real tough deficit to recover from. And he's going to have to protect that chin as well, as we always say with RDA. But he's got that switch to the body that will work nicely for him, and those rear leg kicks and rear body kicks will do big damage. But Swift being nice right here is on the outside, setting that side kick up with the jab, and he's committing to that straight to the body. But there's a big right hand right there, and then a big body kick as well. I don't know what the switch stat is on RDA. He's choosing to fight orthodox right now, so that will play a factor. And there's a beautiful 1-2, and then a 1-4 right down the pipe. Swift tricks coming up high to the head, and there's a 2 into that 3, catching him with the end of that hook, and there's a 2 to the body. But there, nice big return with that big hook, and all that stamina just stops that forward momentum right there, and that pressure that Swift started to apply.
Back and forth they go.
Yeah, man. Back and forth they go. Say it again.
Landing clean shots. You know, nobody's rocking each other here, but they're doing damage early.
Doing damage for sure. There's a beautiful head kick right there, catching him right at the end of the range and stuffing that single leg. Odd for Swift to want to shoot right there, especially because he ate that head kick. And real, definitely nice job with the stuff and pulling him into his guard right here, albeit half guard. We'll see if there's a little strategy going on. Sometimes it's just safer if you feel like you're going to get stuck in that position, just to give it up. And there's the rubber guard already set up by Swift. He's going to hold this position. This is debut right here for Swift. We don't know how good his grappling is. Loses that rubber guard position to Ninja, who's busting out right here. Fake to the get up and going to hit the rubber guard one more time. So, you know, Ninja, not any real problem right here, but we're seeing Swift likes to hit that rubber guard. No deny again. And although Ninja's on top, he's taking some damage. He's not able to get any damage off loop. And there's the triangle.
Oh, yeah, he's got it. We'll see what he does with it. It is that case where the guy on the bottom doing a lot more work, and he's out of the submission.
Yeah, not even any head health real doing here, but if you look at the grapple stamina, playing in the factor of Swift here, and yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. I mean, I don't think I've seen Ninja throw one offensive strike from the top. He's just trying to advance his position while Swift is defending nicely, hitting that rubber guard. Now, he's in the mount loop.
This is, you know, he pulled guard. We were questioning it, but I think he had a plan all along. He's dominating right now.
Definitely, man. If you can sit to half guard, especially with Diaz, man, I mean, you can shoot that lazy single with a lot of fighters. If you get sprawled on, that's fine. You know, if your opponent wants to stay there. And, man, he's done a great job in the grappling exchanges in that round.
Yeah, that mount position, landing a couple of shots might have sealed him the round there. We'll see how it goes if it goes decision, but great round.
Yeah, great round indeed. I mean, a nice little matchup. There's some big shots landed, some big right hands to the body. For Ninja, he was doing okay on the feet. Starting to turn up a little right there. And Swift got his licks off too. But he shot that lazy single, which happened, you know, to help him pull from that half guard into the full guard. And then, yeah, did great in the grappling. So we'll see if he tries to shoot out there again. Ninja knows this time, probably wants to stand up fast, and he gets in, stepping in with these shots, even though they're quite close right here. Nice slip, that jab, and there comes a straight, another one right on the chin, tries to get a third one in there. All the reads with the double uppercuts right there on the level change loop.
He's got him in that Luke Rockhold position against the cage, lands a couple shots, but the drop is going to score big, and the pressure now as he's got him against the cage.
Yeah, that double jab doing work, really pushing there. It's a 2-3 into the lead uppercut as well. Nice work, that's going to be it right there. Damn, that's a finish.
Nick Diaz gets his opponent pinned against the cage, puts the pressure on him, puts him away. Classic finish right there.
Yeah, classic, definitely, man. And he had him hurt, and he kept that pressure on, like you said, did not let that head health recover, did not let that damage let up right there, kept staying in his face. That double jab was nasty with the pressure towards the end, and yeah, 2-3 in the lead uppercut, just catching him right up the middle. I feel like Ninja was trying to exit, trying to create opportunities to return strike just to stop that forward pressure. Got to keep him off, and man, right there, unfortunately, Ninja dropping to 0-3 in season 2 right now. Props to him for sticking it out. But Swift with that debut, looking fairly impressive. Showed a good ground game off the back, able to, you know, reverse position, do a lot of damage, lock down any kind of offense from his opponent, and yeah, gets the finish on the feet as well. So impressive by Swift Tricks.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, highly ranked in the leaderboard, known in the community. You want to see a dominant debut. nothing to take away from Ninja. He hung in there tight, started the round. I think when it went to the ground, momentum just started to swing, and by the time the fight was over, it was all Nick Diaz.
Yeah, all Nick Diaz.
All Swift Tricks.
There we go. Swift Tricks. Look out for it with the Diaz pick. You know, good job. Right. Well, we'll move swiftly on. The next fight of the night, we're going to have the return of Bone doing work right here for his second fight in season 2, and he's taking on another newcomer right here. All the newcomers have been showing up this evening. Actually, I'm looking at this and is this right? This is right. Am I looking at the wrong fight now? Yeah, no, we're good. Wait, no. Bone is Bone is offline. I'm guessing we're jumping to the Davic fight then. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure the guys at the back will correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like this one is ready to go, so we'll probably move along to it. Considering we don't have no Bone or Sticky Place showing up this evening.
All right.
We'll move on to this one. Have you got the Davic game room fight ready to go?
Yeah, I just pulled it up now. It looks like, Bone was hosting us. Thank you very much for that, but it would have been nice if he was here.
No worries.
Davic and Game Room.
Yes, let's pop on over to this one. These two, it's going to be a great matchup between two vets as well, dude, right?
Yeah, Davic, he's been very active in the community. He's really he described himself as an addict of fighter games with Mortal Kombat coming out and everything else. But I think at the end of the day, this is his home. This is where he wants to be, and he wants to put on a good performance. Game Room on the other side, somebody I personally have fought. He came out when we played. He used Tyron Woodley, threw a lot of good shots and some very well-timed takedowns. So we'll see if Davic can handle that the aggression, and Davic, maybe the more cerebral fighter. Typically, I think, looking to see what his opponent's doing, analyze it, and beat it. So he's coming off a loss to XYZ Styles, is Davic.
Yeah.
Everyone who's fought Styles, seen him on the leaderboard, knows that loss is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I think he only has
opportunity to come back.
8 losses. Number 3 in the world, I think, in the Xbox rankings with 8 losses is Styles. But we'll see Styles compete later on tonight. And here we go. 4th fight of the night, touching them up. And these two are going to be right in each other's face. You can believe it. Davic ranked number 44 in the ESFL rankings right now at 2-2. Game Room number 50 right now, 1-2. So a battle for the middle of the table. Let's see if they've been in the training room preparing to work themselves up the leaderboards like here. And I like the matchup right here with Poirier. Going to have that striking stamina for days. But going to have to be careful because Game Room will take this down if he sees an opportunity. So like you said, I think Davic is very cerebral. Coming in with a 1 rear hand into the lead uppercut. Nothing doing though. Good defense right here and whiffs on that roundhouse. Lots of leg kick work from Game Room here early.
Yeah, the striking of Khabib, you think of him as a grappler, but every time we see him standing toe-to-toe, he holds his own. He's got very effective techniques that people have been using on all sorts of fighters, and I think that might be what we see here. I think Davican's going to want to keep it standing, and it looks like Game Room doesn't mind exchanging with him either.
Yeah, and Davican's going to have to be careful and play this careful game because he wants to turn it up. Obviously, he will have a striking stamina advantage, but doesn't want to play into Game Room's game, doesn't want to make himself vulnerable to those leg kicks or leave any openings for those takedowns because Game Room, obviously, with Khabib, will have a big advantage there, so he's going to be looking to get that, but whiffs on that. Switch roundhouse, the 1-2 off the block. And Game Room staying very passively on the outside right here. Oh, straight to the body, but eats 2 beautiful shots from Dab. Sees the opening there. And lots of lead hook work right here from Dab. He's really firing out there, trying to find a home from it. On the exit, trying to catch Game Room moving back, or at least when he steps in. Nice roundhouse there. Applied that one.
Oh. Yeah, I think Davic might be looking for an early finisher. He's throwing nothing but power shots to see how that works out for him.
Yeah.
With his takedown attempt.
The good drive after the 3-punch combination whiffed for Dab. He went back to that 1-4 lead uppercut, whiffed, and immediately Game Room drove him to the fence, trying to get the stamina advantage. But Dab managed to regenerate on the way back there. Maybe not what Game Room was expecting, and now trying to hit that single. Going to hop on the one leg and escape. Good takedown defense by here. Dab against the cage.
Yeah, and that's a sign of somebody who has a well-rounded game. The cage so important in the current style of fights we're seeing with the push takedown and the cage.
Oh, beautiful work. Catching a rock right there on Dab. And like you said, man, you can't sleep on the striking of Khabib. There's big power in those hands. And that left hook, man, he's planting and throwing it. Dab leaving himself right there, and another drive to the cage. And this is how you win rounds with Khabib right here.
Yeah, and when you can get those hands going, the takedowns come right after. It looks like Davic looking for a guillotine there. Nothing doing.
And that rock caught him, man. The stamina is starting to eke a little bit in the favor right here. We're trying to hit that double leg, gets back to the single. Sorry.
No, this is where the mindset really comes into it. I mean, Davic backed up a little bit here. Maybe didn't expect to be here. He's got to be able to focus up and keep putting on a top-notch performance. His game room is taking it to him.
Yeah, good work, man. Great first round. I mean, both fighters trying to implement their game. Davic trying to hit those three-punch combinations, unable to get any real effective combos off. Landed a little rear uppercut, big left hand when Gameroom stepped in with that straight to the body. But apart from that, Gameroom got the rock and some big punches and didn't complete any takedowns. You know, defensive kind of is its own reward in terms of defending those takedowns, but you know, he was aggressive. Oh god, I'm hiccuping and controlling the pace right there.
The G Fuel is kicking in.
People don't even know how much G Fuel I've had tonight to stay up for this one. Oh my goodness, those big left hands are trying to follow up with the uppercut. Catched him right on the end right here. I feel like Poirier's got deceptive reach. His shoulders are very wide. His arms aren't too long, but his shoulders are wide, and that pushes out his reach right there. And man, he's catching him right on the end of that left hand.
Those wide shoulders are doing work now. All these combinations that weren't quite there in the first round, Davicin's starting to land. We'll see how Gameroom adjusts.
Oh, beautiful by Gameroom. Read that body kick or that leg kick that was coming out from Dab and stepped right in there with a three-punch combination, catching him with two uppercuts right here. Tries to fade back into it, and you know, Gameroom's been very passive, but this is why he has the stamina advantage right now, and they're planting on that roundhouse. So he's picking these shots, he's landing these significant strikes. His percentages are going to be quite high compared to Dab's right here. Bam! Tries to hit the low, and there, God, they're trading uppercuts right here, Loop.
No rocks there, but look at how low the head health is.
Oh, there it is. The rear uppercut, and Dab says nothing doing. Get back up right here for me. And I was about to say, Dab's doing a great job of really just finding the range on that left hook, man. He knows exactly what it is, and there's a 1-2 right down the middle. And now he's got Gameroom exactly where he wants him. That block is starting to go low. Nice. Little flick out and just driving against the cage. This is wise by Gameroom here. This is what he needs to do. Oh, defends that guillotine as well.
Yeah, I saw Gameroom stamina all the way down. Davic did as well. Tried the guillotine. That could have been dangerous, but now this is where Khabib wants to be. He can start to piece his way back into the round here.
Yeah, and you know, definitely wise by Gameroom, man. But Davic just showing that takedown defense. This is his game, man. Sprawl and brawl. He's doing a great job defending all those takedowns from Gameroom, and Game not shooting anything in the center of the octagon, just trying to only run to the cage. You got to feel like he want to get something, and that was a great opportunity to shoot a double leg right there. Double whiffs from Dab. He had no stamina, but shoots this to just circle out, hit the straight to the body, and you got to be careful because this pressure from Dab has been really impressive, especially early in this round with that big left hand whiffing on the end.
And we'll see what happens here. I know, speaking to Davic, and he's been really trying to bring his big shots eaten there. His creativity, that's what he's trying to implement in his game and trying to work on. And I think he's trying to look for something special with like big takedown.
Big drive, only got 50 seconds left, but he needed this much earlier on in this round right here. And Dab whiffed on the 4. Gameroom came underneath with a power double leg as well. It's great work, but maybe a little too late in this round. If we can control the third, might be a little different. He did fairly well in that first round. Davic, though, definitely winning this second round. Double knockdowns, and now on the back of Gameroom here.
Yeah, and taking his back there, I think maybe sending a message next round, even if Gameroom can get it down, it's big elbow.
Just throws one in there at the end. Let it be known. This is the rear uppercut that, oh no, I thought it was a rear uppercut that sent him flying across the octagon into the cage right there. And then he stood up and powered straight through that 1-2. So Dab threw him through the overhand right there, getting a little reckless. But the stamina difference is probably going to be noticeable right here. But it's because Dab has been pushing forward with all this offense in that second round. So we'll see how this one plays out right here. Third and final. It might be anyone's fight right here. But oh my God. Just as we say that, Lube.
Yeah, the stamina difference is there. But then there's the head health difference. Right now, Gameroom hurting. Not a lot of room for error.
Not a lot of room for error, and you definitely can't eat a rear uppercut and a lead hook in the middle of the octagon right there. And this block is starting to go down. And Dab, there we go. Very wisely. About to say, he has that block break up there. Takes it with that head kick, and there's another one, man. And this is just an example
right back to it.
Of, you know, you cannot... There's a beautiful spear. Dab getting a little too overzealous right here. He's got 4 minutes to work in this final round to see if anything can do. Did end up taking the back of Gameroom here, but I was going to say, man, you know, Gameroom can't just rely on your block. At this level, you have to have other defensive tools. You need to move your head. You need to hit pivots. If you can't do that, you can't just take everything on your block, because fighters like Davic will come at you and not let that recover. And they will get break opportunities. And there we go. The beautiful sweep to half guard right there.
Yeah, and I know Gameroom, he's been motivated to improve his game every time he comes out here. Win or lose, he's looking to add new things and develop as a competitor, and that is part of it, the block break, and he gets the sweep there.
Yeah, and here we go. Going to try and get some damage off right here. Beautiful hip bump, though, straight to half guard. I mean, this is great defensive work by Davic, and everything we've seen from him so far in terms of his defensive wrestling and defensive grappling has been really, really good, and he's hitting short shots here as well as trying to find a way out. But here we go. We've got a side saddle position right here. See if Gameroom can ride this and get some real damage off. Always dangerous with Khabib on you in this position.
Yeah, Davic giving up his back, but I think right back to full guard. There it is.
Good work, man. And Dabic's in no immediate rush to get up, it seems. Feels like, he wants to find the opportunity rather than rush it and take it. Posturing up right here. And again, full guard is a great position for damage, but it's really hard to finish a fight right here. In full guard, you can really control and smash out some damage, but when you've only got 130 left in a fight, it's probably not going to win it for you.
Yeah, he got Gameroom got racked a couple times early in this round, so if he wants to steal it, I mean, we're looking at probably 1 round each, but I don't think he's going to be able to get a decision fighting like this. Absolutely. Nice
little sweep right here, and Dab's back on this top position, and I don't know, man, that first round was close, but Dab definitely took that second, got a knockdown early in this third. You got to think he's probably going to be able to cruise this through to a victory if he can hold this top position right here.
Yeah, and I almost wonder...
the sweeps. The sweeps is non-stop right here. Beautiful fake to half guard. And then getting a nice sweep. Not fake to half guard, sorry. A get up from half guard into that full mount sweep. And he wants it up.
And there it is. He's letting him up, looking for the desperation KO here. We'll see if Ken even gives him an opening.
He's going to have to be careful because his block's super low. Oh, the lead overhand. Just missing. And there we see it. They didn't even let us wait for it, Lube.
They put on such a great show, then they just took it away. No.
Man, 244.
Yeah, it looks like Davic with the victory.
And you see there just a higher output from Davic right there in all forms, total strikes and significant strikes, just pumping it, throwing it out there. And he did a good job powering through, man, whenever Davic had the opportunity to crack his opponent right there. His opponent, excuse me. I'm trying to do some behind the scenes stuff. Clearly, I've just lost my train of thought. Whenever Davic had chance to break that block and to pour on that pressure, he did it. He took it, and he was constantly in the face of Gameroom. When he had those chances, he capitalized on his striking. And I tell you what, that defensive wrestling from Davic, really, really impressive.
Yeah, and he talks to the best of the best. He trains with them. He spars with them. He knows everything he needs to know to compete with the best. I think that what we saw there is, yes, somebody who's been training at the higher level for longer, using certain skills that take time to develop and take experience. So very impressive performance from Davic, but also great performance from Gameroom. I think we're seeing progress every time he steps in there. So I was just happy to watch that fight.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. Now we're going to go back to the fight that we skipped over previously, which will be Bone doing work, taking on Sticky Place right here. But I'll do a quick shout out for Top Man Stan right there with the sub to the ESFL, so thank you, Stan. Don't forget, you can, if you like the ESFL, support it. There are many ways, including subscriptions. Use your Twitch Prime, whatever you want to do. But we're going to move on to the next fight. Number 5 of the evening. After this, we're hitting up the main card, but this is a great matchup, and it's going to be at middleweight, which we don't see too often here, Lou.
Yeah, and you said it's Bone doing work versus Sticky Place.
That is correct.
Middleweight, I love the Bisping pick coming out. Robert Whittaker, the fighter I most prefer at middleweight, that power punching. It's a stylistic clash. It's combinations and stamina against somebody who's just looking to knock you out. I can't wait.
Yeah, Bone definitely not someone to mess around with on the striking department either. Definitely a vet here at the ESFL, and he's been putting in work since season 1. But he is coming off a loss to Double Mat right here, which a fairly Double Mat is a great grappler, and he is also a good striker. But that's Bone definitely much more of a striker. So if he can get the striking game implemented, he may see a different a different outcome right here. But Sticky here making his promotional debut in the ESFL. So we've got plenty of new faces, new blood on the card this evening. And going with the Bisping pick. We ain't seen Bisping for a while. He kind of did get a little bit of a nerf early on in the UFC 3 days. But definitely can still compete. But yeah, you're right. You're going to have to be careful of the power punches because Bone's the kind of fighter who's going to push forward and try and land those big shots. He's not going to necessarily always wait for you to miss and counter. He's going to push forward and create his own opportunities to land his offense rather than wait to find opportunities based on your striking.
Yes, and Bone doing work. I love everything about it. The Whitaker pick. You mentioned the loss to Double Met. Another way I can relate to him. My most recent loss. No shame there. Absolutely. This should be good.
Yeah, we'll see right here. Sticky with the Bisping pick. Like we said, I mean, we'll see how he plays it. I mean, Bisping's still very capable. He do have a lot of stamina, but Bisping's got a beautiful 1-2. It comes out nice and fast. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get himself backed up to the cage because in that position, Bone will really be able to, go low, go high, hit the body, work up top, that lead hook to the body, and then that rear uppercut down the middle after following with a left hook. So he just needs to not find himself on the outside of that inner black octagon right here. But he has the footwork to do it, and he has the head movement to do it. Head movement right here is what you're going to need to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the more underrated aspects of Michael Bisping's game is the kicking game. He has a number of techniques that are super effective, able to get free damage in certain situations. So we'll see what his approach is. I think that just as a baseline, I would almost favor Bisping, even though Whitaker is the perhaps higher rated fighter stats-wise. I think Bisping's overall kit presents some real good opportunities here.
Yes, and if you do get hurt with Bisping, it's not over. You have great recovery in between rounds, but we'll see how it plays out. Here we go. Headline in the...
I like it. Respect halfway shown there. One party's shown
there
respect,
we go.
The other's here to do work.
Headline in the undercut for us right here. Moving on to the main card after this. Bone doing work, taking on Sticky Place, making his debut tonight. And already Bone showing he's prepared to slip that jab. But empty shots like that will cost him. He's got to be careful. Sticky definitely pushing forward, trying to land that jab. Stick it in the face. Nice roundhouse to the body and a 1-2, trying to exit out to the side when trying to hit that straight right there. But yeah, there's the slip right here. Already looking for it. Oh man, 1-2 and back in with a 2 right here. Sticky flicking off that jab, man. This is a lot of forward pressure right now from Sticky.
Yeah, man, the ESFL jitters, if they're there, he's not showing it. He's coming forward and he's looking to attack.
Ooh, there's a tee right up the middle. We're going to see if Bone tries to settle in and calm down right here. There's a slip off the straight. Comes back with his own. Looking for that a lot.
Yeah,
we'll see
and you see the damage.
Yeah, the damage is high. We'll see if Sticky changes, man. A little left hook in there will play nicely, or a big right hand over the top and gets it and comes back in with a 1-2-3. Nice and quick right there as well. So pressure by Sticky, keeping Bone on the outside of that outside octagon.
The right hand over and over.
Yeah, we're seeing, though, that left hook to the body like we talked about. Nice stick with a 2. Double jab to keep the distance. And Sticky trying to find his way back in inside with the 1-2. There's the slip one more time, man. And Sticky's got to be careful, always leading with that jab. I mean, it's really effective. It's going to keep that pressure. But Bone has slipped it several times and slips it again right there. So we'll see if we can mix it up. Lead with the lead body kick. Just mix up that attack. Maybe fake it from the outside. Pull the slip out from Bone and then whack that big roundhouse in. If your opponent's always doing something, then you can make a read on it and try and adjust. But Bone doing a great job firing and moving to the outside, and there with a big right hand plants it. Right hook over the top and taking some head health off Sticky.
Yeah, I mean, and you almost wonder, is Sticky, he's looking to exchange, but
oh no. Oh my, disgusting. That was disgusting. He crippled him.
Bone just too happy to trade exchanges here. Coming out on top, you can see the blood all over Michael Bisping's face.
Oof. We did talk about the recovery of Bisping in between rounds, and Bone has taken some head health himself, but man, whiffing wide on that roundhouse, the overhand just crippling and squashing Sticky, man, folding him to the canvas right here. And Bone's doing a great job moving and exiting with these strikes. You'll see he's moving out to the left, moving out to the right whilst throwing, which is good. If your opponent's coming forward, you can angle off and throw. He does big damage, and man left his feet in place for a little bit too long there. Talking about how he was angling out, decided to just sit and plant his feet, and Sticky taking advantage, getting a nice rear uppercut left hook combo off right down the middle, and now trying to come back forward with some more offense.
The hooks. Yeah, maybe a momentary disrespect from Bone, not respecting the threat of Michael Bisping, but now he's back to work.
Yeah, and there, man, that 2 taking almost half the health off Sticky right there. And there, nice little flick with the lead roundhouse. Gonna go into the second round, man. Nice, high pace first round.
Yeah, the stamina is fairly even. Oh. I love me a good overhand, man. That was beautiful.
Yeah, very, very well timed. Completely the opposite of what I said, Bone would create his own offense. Perfect counter opportunity right there, capitalizing on the mistakes of your opponent. So, whatever. But, man, that's a good first round. I really like how Bone is circling off to the left, circling off to the right, whilst planting, throwing the 2, the 3, using the footwork of Whitaker and getting some big damage off because he's catching Sticky in those vulnerability windows when he's coming forward. But, man, we'll see. We'll see the recovery right here from Sticky's done pretty well. Lots of stamina back, and he's coming back in with that lead hook, trying to fire it in there and really put the pressure back on Bone. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Bone keeps landing that straight right hand, everything he wants.
Oh, there we go.
Man.
Yeah, Sticky really needs to stop just walking forward right here. He needs to reassess and slow down, gauge his entries. He's just moving in a straight line towards Bone, and that's why Bone just literally set up that right hand 3, 4, 5 times. He knew the exact timing of Sticky coming in because he was just replicating it every single move he took. It was just forward, forward, forward. So Sticky needs to reset right here and change his entries in and out, not always in a straight line because Bone's going to make those reads and did so right there. But this pressure does have its advantages. He is trying to get some damage off on the head of Bone.
Yeah, he's landing here and there. I mean, I think overall we're still seeing Bone coming out ahead. The maybe power differential and obviously some clean punches here. But Sticky maybe starting to get in a little bit of a rhythm. Like we said, those ESFL jitters, maybe not fighting how he wants. Some good combinations coming out here.
Yeah, and you saw right there, he's stutter stepping his way in. He's not just walking forward all the time, but now he's kind of going back to that. This is an interesting style from Sticky, man. Just every single strike is moving forward on the stick. He is not planning anything. He is just constantly moving forward, and Bone is really the one who's looking for those openings right now to capitalize on that forward momentum, just hitting that left hook, block left hook, and he's landing, and Sticky's is just bouncing off the defense of Bone right here. Double jab, right hand, not landing, left hook to the body, the 1-2 coming through, and again with a left hook to the body, and this is what I mean. Bone is just landing these shots because Sticky's just being too predictable right here. He's just making the same movement patterns. It's always forward, it's always 2 shots, and there we go though. Tries to land right there, and the power through to the right hand, and there's the overhand as well. Beautiful work.
Oh, but the stamina, good body work. I was going to say, I like that Bone was going to the body. Even though he was throwing more power shots, he was able to keep the stamina nice and even. But now Sticky starting to generate some real effective offense.
Yeah, and Bone trying to sit out and land that straight again. He did get rocked right there. The overhand came right down the top. And there's the pressure from Sticky, man. I mean, he's just swinging and throwing. There's no returns being able to make for Bone because every time he tries to throw back, Sticky is still coming at him. This is, an aggressive stamina, playing Michael Biskipping right here. This is just like, I've got loads of stamina, so I'll just keep walk forward and throwing. And you think you can throw and there's a window. There isn't one. Because here comes my right hand one more time. Left hook to drop it. Man, this could be it.
He's looking for it. Looks like Bone's able to get the guard. Oh, another shot to the head.
Man, Bone in a lot of trouble right here. This is a debut here for Sticky.
Yeah, we questioned the strategy, but it looks like maybe he had something in his pocket. Like you said, the stamina. He's throwing combinations with nearly no stamina left, and they're landing. I mean, he's catching Bone slipping. He's landing clean, and it's working.
Yeah, it's a little reminiscence of Swiss Lebac's, in my opinion, right here. Stepping in, throwing. And then Bone's thinking, okay, here's my return strike. Let me throw my straight. No, here comes the big right hand. So Sticky, just an unrelenting in his, striking volume right here. And Bone's just walking into him.
And the stamina with that perk for Michael Bisping. He's, he's still behind, but he's not as bad off as he might have been otherwise. He's still in this fight, has enough stamina to keep doing what he's doing, this pressure. Yeah,
I'd like to see Bone just try and be a bit more calculated with his counters rather than just trying to fire them off. Just really look for your openings. Bam! Leg kick catch, left hook, jab to drop him, and he's still alive somehow right here.
The Jabadoon coming in there, getting the drop, but it looks like Bone will get back to the feet here. We'll see if Sticky wants to take it to the ground. I mean, he's getting a lot of effective work on the feet. I don't know if he wants to test Bone's ground game or if he wants to just go back to what he's doing.
Well, he's on top in the 3rd round. This is a dangerous game right now, Lou, right? It's like they're both pretty low. Anyone's fight, really. One whiff or one slip, and we saw Bone constantly slipping early. He's probably going to look for a slip and rip in desperation mode. There we go, right there, as we're talking about it. So it's anyone's game and lands it right there. Oh,
yeah,
both
10-8 rounds aside, I think we're looking at an even fight, 1 round each.
Oh, no body kick right there. This has all been head damage from both fighters as well. Oh, Sticky really pushing the boat. There's a nice little left hook again to the body. Bone's been hitting that fairly often. But look at the tension right here between the two of them. They both know what's on the line. The stakes are high with
the head health.
Half left in this third round. Sorry. Yeah, blinking right here. Bone knows it, man. That block is so low. If you can get a 1-2 head kick off from Sticky, he might be able to break straight through that if he can get that 1-2 off the block. The tension is palpable in the third round.
I'm looking to...
Oh, there it is. Right down the middle. 1-2. Catches clean. Man. Well, good job, Sticky, right there. The volume, the pressure, the unrelenting need to throw the right hand over the top, man. Just outworking Bone right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Played the matchup perfectly, made adjustments mid-fight. You love to see it. That's high-level thinking and strategy that really puts you over the edge at this level of competition. I like it. Great debut for Sticky.
Bam, bam. Apparently the left hook landed even though it was out of range, but the head turned anyway. And yeah, great debut for Sticky. I think it says it all right there. Once he started to actually do some damage to the head, once that overall maximum head health came down, whenever Bone stepped in to counter, his head health was low enough that any strike that landed from Sticky was getting a rock, was doing enough damage. And after just piecing him up, it got to that stage where Bone just couldn't trade anymore. And his kind of offense, his defense, I guess, was built around, as he comes forward, let me trade, beat him to the punch and land big damage. But as his head health started to go down, he couldn't do that anymore. And after, you know, just the overwhelming pressure from Sticky, he gets the KO in the third time. Great work. I mean, it's a great debut right there.
Absolutely. And you saw as the fight progressed, the exchanges, they just changed. At first, it was all Robert Whittaker's power coming through, but then Sticky made the adjustments, like we said. Caught him slipping a few times, got those rocks, and did work with the opportunities that presented. And
look at that.
By the third round, that head health, I mean, it was just such a tough thing for Bone doing work to stay standing, and he caught him.
I want to see right here, 33 out of 143 significant strikes, and only 84 out of 300 strikes. I mean, I don't even, the percentages on that are ridiculous. I mean, that's very low. He landed way less than Bone as well, but I guess the timing, man, I think you got to look at an instance like that. It's got to be about not necessarily the timing, but I guess timing is still the right word, but the vulnerability windows that he was connecting on Bone. Obviously, when Bone was throwing the big strikes, trying to interrupt right there. So, I mean, what a good little fight right there to kick us off before the main card this evening.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you could talk about the 110 significant strikes that missed, but at the end of the day, it was the 33 that landed that made the difference. Excellent fight.
Yeah, really, really good. And we're going to be moving on to the main card right now. It's going to be the, if I've got it here, I believe it's I Punch Santa taking on Warrior, unless I'm mistaken, unless we're jumping straight to the Legacy fight this evening. Get the guys in the back to confirm for us. But yeah, impressive by Sticky. We'll see if he makes a reappearance right here. Moving forward.
Yeah.
Still plenty left on Season 2 right now.
Yeah, great undercard. Just action-packed fights, very evenly matched fights. I'm having a blast, man.
All right, we'll see right here. I don't know if Unnoticed Legacy is listening right now, but if you are up next, Unnoticed, you have a Twitch extension installed, which is creating a sort of an error on your stream. I don't know if you can see it if you navigate to your own stream live, but that's going to be a bit of a problem for the broadcast. I don't know if you can turn that off for us.
So we are moving on to the Legacy fight?
Unless we get word from the guys in the back, yes, let's do that, because I don't see the I Punch Santa Warrior fight up right now. I don't know if they we had a bit of a late notice call with the fight this evening, so we'll see right here. Yes, let's move on to the Legacy fight with Slick Colt, excuse me, and Legacy. Oh, hang on, I'm hearing from the back. Legacy is next. All right, here we go. Right, we're moving on. Lightweight. It's going to be Legacy taking on Slick Colt. Right here, two great competitors, Lou.
Yeah, absolutely. And Starting off talking about Legacy. I promise everyone, no bias commentating tonight. Legacy is a friend of mine. I was hanging out with him, watching the fights on stream. So I am a fan of the guy, even though he did beat me in the ESFL. Legacy is coming off of a loss to Declan. He's 1-2 in the ESFL, but he is a preeminent member of the leaderboard in the top 100 Xbox rankings. He's been playing all sorts of random fighters. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring in this fight. And Slick Colt, he's coming off a win against White Sunday, who's also a well-known member of the community. Super impressive win. He's 1-1 in the ESFL.
Yeah, 1-1, man. That's not too bad, especially like your first stint, There we go. All fixed. Beautiful. That's a professional right there. Thank you, Legacy. All right, we can get the show on the road. If we get a Tony Ferguson mirror match, I will be very excited this evening.
Yeah, I am sitting through the couple minutes of Twitch advertisements at the moment, but I'll be right there with you.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, as a friend of Legacy's, I'm sure he appreciates that, you know. No worries. Yeah, we'll see if we get a T-Ferg mirror match right here. And we are going to be going to the Warrior fight after this one. I've just heard from the back. Warrior and I Punch Santa will be fighting tonight. As I stifle a yawn. I'm sorry, it is 2:30 a.m. right now in the UK.
Gotta get that G Fuel going again. No. Hopefully this fight here solve all your issues as far as that goes. I really am expecting a lot from both these guys. They're the guys that, you know, they want to fight, they want to win, but they also want to put on a show and give us something to watch. So this should be great. All
right, here we go. It is a T-Ferg mirror match. It looks like Legacy 2 wins over Slick Colt. I don't know if that's quits or actual fights. But I don't think I've ever seen a bad T-Ferg mirror match. I don't think it's possible, you know. They're both so durable. You got all the technique, so many sweeps from the bottom. We'll see how it plays out. Legacy taking on Slick Colt right here, kicking off the main card for the ESFL 63 here tonight. Later on this evening, we have Mad Dog taking on Pryoxis in the main event of the evening. A title fight on the Xbox here. And we'll see nice teep down the middle from Legacy. We'll see if he goes back to that, create some space. Doesn't like this pressure that's coming out from Slick right now. And Slick trying to step in with the 1-2. And we see that in the last fight. If you're trying to move forward constantly, you're going to eat those stationary shots. Legacy just planting twice now with an uppercut up the middle. Slick's trying to bang in that 1-2 because he's moving forward when he doesn't need to in these close ranges.
Yeah, and you saw Colt switch to southpaw at the start of the fight here. Probably something he had planned ahead of time. Let's see what he does with it.
Nice slip into the straight right there. And again, Colt is just moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. He's so close in here. He doesn't need to be pressing forward to throw these strikes. He can just stand still and throw these strikes. And Legacy's the one planting and just catching him on the way in. So Colt really, really eager to turn this pressure on. Legacy doing a great job there. But not so much there with the power double. Great job by Slick. All right, losing the stand-up, take it down.
And you love that one. He drives him all the way to the center of the cage. They're in no man's land. It's just a grappling match right now.
Yeah, T-Ferg 98 off the bottom. I believe he's about 93 on top, so it's not too bad. But there we go. There's the rubber guard right already. And a nice deny right there. Nothing doing from it, but a nice deny just showing. Legacy knows his transitional positions from that rubber guard position. Double fake into the post drop. Got to be careful of the get up, though. It's going to be fairly easy to get for Legacy if he can time it well. Slick going to hit the body twice, and there we go. One block. We're back to the feet.
Yeah, excellent get up from Legacy there. On point with the transition. And, you know, he was landing a little bit when they're on the feet earlier. I wonder if Colt's going to go right back to that takedown.
Ooh, I like that 2-3 right there in the plant. I was about to say this is much better, but then I realized I've switched sides of the screen. And Slick Colt is still trying to push forward right here with this 1 and the 2. And there's a nice whiff into the double leg. And this is good, man. This will score points for Slick Colt. I mean,
those
why
big
not?
takedowns.
Yeah, nice.
The slams, they score.
They do score, and there's a nice little short shot right there. Legacy able to get rubber guard earlier on. Let's see if he tries to sit back to it. Not too bad for him. Double fake and gonna hit the backside transition, man. Mixing it up nicely on the ground right here.
Yeah, the big sweep.
And a deny right there as well. Good job stopping the back mount take, and he's got all the stamina. Legacy wisely getting up here. So this is good decision making from Legacy right here. And again with that teep.
Yeah. 2 transitions denied, stamina low. If you got the opportunity to get up, Legacy takes it. Very smart move.
There we go. And see if Colt makes any adjustments right here, because he keeps walking forward into Legacy, who's just planting and throwing and countering with his own offense. As Colt was stepping in, trying to dive in with that rear uppercut, comes in with the 2. The blocks all just bouncing off Legacy right here. That big left hand, nothing doing. 1-2, gets a jab in there, but sticks back with Legacy right here in the overhand as well. There's a big roundhouse. I'm going to close out this first round.
Yeah, duck the hook at the end there. Legacy loves those push kicks. He wants to control where the fight is happening, especially with the push takedowns in the mix. I think you got to give that round to Colt with the takedowns. It should be a huge problem, I think, for Legacy going forward, trying to look out for those takedowns.
Yeah, I mean, difficult to score. Legacy definitely landed a lot of significant strikes. I mean, Colt mostly coming off the block of Legacy. And we'll see if he changes up right here. And again, pushing forward that jab. And there we go. Nice work. Legacy having to spin right there. The jab catching him enough to drive to the cage. And this is good defense right here. Oh, these fakes, I can't actually tell. It's hard to tell what's a fake and what's a deny in some of these cage transitions.
Yeah, maybe
right
a bit of both there.
Again, powering, man. At least Slick knows he's got to do what he can do, which is get these takedowns. Although Legacy can wait it out, the stamina will play a factor. Into the single collar, nice knee right in there. Pummels once, and there we go. Going to roll for the knee bar right here, in and out. Boom, trying to hit this. It's only a 2-stage submission. Nice work. We've seen a lot of people get this. Oh, no. Close.
Out on the first stage there. Very dangerous anytime. All it takes is a couple slight mistakes and you can get caught, but well done by Legacy doing what you need to do.
And again, I like this body work Legacy's putting in there. A jab into the Superman punch as well. Nice work. Another knee to the body by Legacy. The inside knee doesn't block that transition to the full time. An elbow comes in right there as well. Going to pummel. Got the over-under here. Neutral position. Oh, no, sorry. Excuse me. That's double unders. Trying to lock the body right there. Great deny. Colt's going to have to get some stamina back before he tries again. A great job. Again, this is good clinch work from both men right here. Trying to jump on the back.
Yeah, you love to see the denials.
Oh, sits to the Kimura. This is nice by Legacy. Going to be tough to submit Tony Ferguson, but this is a 2-stage as well. I did not know that from the back take. And he's going to get to the second here, pushing the 3-way escape up, down, and out. He's going to hit that right side. Going to get it out right there.
Very close, though. I didn't know it was a 2-gate either. That was a crazy moment. That's what you get. Like we said, Tony Ferguson mirror match. All the techniques coming out right now. Yeah,
we've seen it all. And Colt now in this top position, full mount. Nothing doing. Very hard to keep Ferguson in a full mount position. And there we go. Legacy doing a great job this fight, getting back to guard. Anytime he gets taken down, he's been able to recover his full guard. And now back into that rubber as well. Maybe we'll see a little dead
Very well matched
action
on the ground. You like to see the denials going both ways. Both guys making it a chess match, making it something you have to get into your opponent's head and outthink them, not just rely on reflexes and old habits.
Oof. I don't like that spin from Legacy. That's what got him in trouble early on in this round because it's a little bit slower than some of the other techniques he's using to interrupt. And now Legacy's pushing forward a little bit and he eats an uppercut for it. So Slick Colt planting there, doing a little better on the back foot. And these denies from the clinch are great work, man. Legacy's getting a lot of those knees off as well. Ooh, tries to hit that step knee. There's an elbow.
The Muay Thai,
beautiful work. Ooh. Oh, man, the body work from Legacy. Oh, beautiful, man. Came back up with the rear uppercut, left hook. And Colt dropping right there. And a little torn as well.
And Colt maybe taking a moment to think through what he wants to do. Oh, no.
Again with that rear uppercut, left hook.
Great end of the round for Legacy.
Fantastic. All right, here we go. Third and final. I can't speak. Right here, ESFL 63. The Esports Fight League. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We know Game of Thrones is on. But so is the ESFL. And that jump knee misses, powering through that double. But man, no stamina left for Slick to finish it off. And Legacy's coming back right now. Knows he got a few rocks off. And Slick showing him he can throw that rear uppercut too. And catches the teep this time. Beautiful.
Back to the ground we go.
Straight into the side saddle as well. I like this from Slick, man. Why not? I like Slick's commitment to the takedown. He's having a little trouble contending with Legacy on the feet tonight. He's definitely got a fair amount of takedowns, and his percentage has been fairly good as well. So why not keep going back to it? It's going to get him some points and also open up some other offensive avenues for him if he can't work them on the feet.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I was either fighter right now, I wouldn't feel too good about going to the scorecards. I mean, second round, I think we saw Legacy get pretty effective damage, but that first round was wire close, so we'll see how they play it as the clock continues to tick down.
Close indeed, and Slick Colt's doing a little bit better job holding this top position, and just as I say that, he gets denied, and there's the back sit right there, so, and straight back to the feet. Slick was doing a little bit better just with the top control right there, but we're back up. There's the Superman into the lead hook. And again, this rear uppercut left hook, Legacy wants it. He's landed it a couple of times right here, and he's got to know it's coming. And now stuffing that single leg right now. And Slick Colt open in the center of the octagon. Blocked low, and there, man, this grab, this single collar he keeps grabbing. He's been doing good work too, but Legacy now powering through into the tie. Switch straight back, and now a tie clinch of her own. We can see a submission right here, maybe a snap down into that guillotine. No, goes to the double unders. Nice pummel on the inside right here, but now going to roll for that knee bar. Slick Colt wants it. He's all over it. Going to push a 3-4-way escape from Legacy right now. Going to work up and right, and that's got through to the stage too, man. He's got to be careful right here. Don't bottle it. And he's out.
Yeah, smooth escape from Legacy. You get a little nervous when you see that second gate for, you know, just any kind of slip up, but Legacy on point, now in top control.
And getting that posture up as well. Going to use the momentum. Slick Colt on the bottom here. We'll see Legacy hasn't done too much top work. Decidedly trying to get up. We'll see if he goes. He goes for an outside get up here. We get a little bit of frames there. Back to the feet. And a little a minute left in this fight. Like you said, I think Legacy might be a little up, but all the takedowns from Colt, man, they definitely score points. So we're going to see, or maybe we won't, a shot right there and into Snapdown City, baby. Oh no. Gives up on it.
Yeah, if I was either fighter right now, I'd really want to kind of maybe take some risks that you wouldn't otherwise try to steal this round. I wouldn't leave it up to the judges without a little more assurance.
Imanari roll, man. And I thought he locked it up.
Denied.
Good deny, man. I honestly thought he locked that up. There's that teep one more time. Legacy's going to probably try and get that rear uppercut left hook in here with 10 seconds left. A bit of lag towards the end of this round, unfortunately, here, guys. But there's the drive to the cage, but probably nothing doing here. As we go into the frame, the slideshow that is the third and final round. There's some power slams that happened in the first.
Yeah, the wrestling was a huge factor, but on the other hand, you had Legacy pretty much winning all the exchanges, especially as the fight went on.
Boom, left hook right there. He got two of those, man. That was a double knockdown. He got back up. He landed it again. So there's some elbows from the side saddle. I think a lot of this was blocked. But the submission attempts as well, man. That's point scoring. So I don't know, man. I guess it could go either way. Chat are probably screaming at us like, obviously this person won, but we don't hit a score, you know. 2 rounds to 1. Oh, a split decision, man. It was a close fight. I think Tony Ferguson's going to win though.
Pretty fair bet there.
The slideshow, and there we go, man. Good job by Unnoticed Legacy, moving to 2-2 right here in season 2 of the Esports Fight League. Slick Colt going down to 1-2, and man, Legacy coming off that loss to Declan, get some revenge right here, some personal ratification there. Look at that. It was, you know, that 4 minutes of top control, 10 takedowns right here, man, and it was a split decision. You know, it was close. And that the total strikes output was fairly similar right here, but definitely Legacy making the most of his and getting a lot higher percentages as well.
Yeah, and like you said, the mirror match, you really get to see skills match up, especially when you have all the tools in your kit. Legacy showed a lot of great work on the feet. Missed a couple spinning attacks, but he was able to defend the grappling and land some effective damage. Got that rock in the clinch, just showed a well-rounded game. Solid win.
Yeah, solid win indeed. And yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a good performance. Definitely got a chance to mix everything up. And yeah, I'm sure we'll see Legacy back doing good work, man. Kind of a dark horse now. I mean, moving to 2-2, he's been fighting some good competition. And I think it was just, yeah, a little bit too much impatience from Slick in that first round, man. He took a lot of damage, which probably cost him the rocks in the second. It was a lot of just forward momentum when there didn't really need to be. Just lots of just charging, bulldozing forward. I know that's some people's styles, but he just kept walking into the shots of Legacy and didn't really change that strategy up until he started looking for those takedowns.
And that's the thing with these single fights. I mean, the approach you take at the start of the first round, it's going to continue steamrolling in the second round, third round. No room for error from anybody who's fighting on these cards.
Yeah. Right. We are being told that unfortunately the combo fight is not happening this evening. Let me just check with the guys about the is it the little, what was the fight before? I Punch Santa and Warrior. matchup that was supposed to happen. Or maybe it is actually. Maybe I've just put this in incorrectly. Hang on.
I was having issues with that link as well.
Yeah. Very possible. I think we are good to go. No, we are good to go. They are ready. We skipped over them last time. I will send it on through to you. Apologies to the fighters. It has been sorted. Little bit of stuff in the background. There you go. Right. We are good to go right here. With I Punch Santa and Warrior. Good, because these are two good fighters. We don't want to miss this matchup. And it's at bantamweight as well. My favorite division to fight at in this game right here. So we're going to take this on right here. And we've got two vets of the ESFL taking each other on right now. So this is good. This is good. We're going to move over. Boom. Bantamweight matchup. Going to get after it. I Punch Santa and Warrior. Have you got any info on these two for us, Lieb?
Yeah, no, as you said, a great thing that we're able to get this fight through. Both fighters, veterans. I Punch Santa 1-1. He took a little break after his first fight. He came back. He lost to Pryoxis. Pryoxis fighting for the belt tonight. I mean, losing to Pryoxis isn't much of a loss at all. He's a great fighter. Another one who's always in the top 100 when he's putting in the work. I've always been impressed with his fights. And then Warrior, on the other hand. Warrior coming off a loss to Dev Raider, but he's somebody we've seen in the top 10 of the ranked leaderboard consistently. And really great pressure game. And you know, gamers at this level, I'm with you. The bantamweight division, where you got to be fast, you got to be quick. You don't have time to make reads on what your opponent's doing all the time. You got to kind of anticipate everything. I just can't wait to see what these guys do.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's a good point. Yeah, this is a matchup where it's a case of don't look at the records so much, because these two guys are very much contenders and could very well be, you know, the top 10 of these Xbox players. But right now they're not, because they haven't fought a lot. But, you know, we could see them up there soon if they keep coming back and keep playing. So Warrior right here with the DJ pickup, going to have a big advantage in footwork, not necessarily statistically wise, but DJ just has this ability to get in and out. I think it's because of his size, right? You can get in, you can get under, and, you know, someone like a Cody pick, you've got big power, especially, you know, in your hands, obviously, but in all facets. You've got a good leg kick on Cody. It's going to be hard to catch a leg kick on the DJ player because of the exit. The distance between the two fighters is going to be smaller because DJ's a bit shorter, if that makes sense. There's not as much of DJ to hit and to kick on the in way and then the out. So it's going to be it might be a little hard for Punch-Out to make contact in certain situations with Warrior here. But, you know, there's a wrestling game with DJ as well. We'll see how this plays out. You know, they're both good fighters. I'm just going to shut up and let them fight, because these two are great. And here we go. Let's go fight.
Yeah, and you mentioned the wrestling game of Demetrius Johnson. That's what I got my eye on right away. I mean, Cody Garbrandt, the power in his hands, the striking, always a threat. But I think Warrior is he's more inclined to wrestle, especially in this kind of matchup. Let's see if he tries to do that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And he's doing great work right now, hitting that 2 to the body right here. Gonna have to be careful constantly going to it. But he's snapping 1 up high and then coming 2 to the body. And there's a nice return. I Punch down, hits a 2-3, comes up top, but he's a 1-2 on the way out there again, man. The 2 to the body is such a beautiful technique and really takes chunks out of your opponent's stamina. If you land at the right time, but you've got to be careful of the uppercut, especially from Cody.
Ooh. Yeah, and they're backing up and pushing forward, trading punches. I like it right away.
Yeah, all boxing so far, nothing else. 2-3 whiff right here, and Warrior's doing a great job maintaining the stamina right here. All them little 2s to the body. There, like that, man. It's just such a good technique, and it interrupts so well. Comes back with a 2 and an uppercut right there. Nice interrupt. And this is a good little
and if you could get that effective body work, you could go right back up top afterwards. Just brings the whole game together. So let's see if he keeps landing those.
Yeah, lands in that big liver shot on the exit right there. Needs more of that as well. But this forward pressure, man, Warrior knows the speed of DJ. He's using it beautifully. Look at the speed on that jab right there. Snap it in right quick. And Santa's just trying to counter, but he's not there. Just whiffing short on that jab right here. Trying to find Warrior. Not able to. 1-2 back to the body, man. Look at it bend over right there. There's a slip. Get on the outside of that jab, nothing doing again to the 2, man. If I'm Santa, man, you got to start finding that uppercut, or at least throwing some knees to the body as Warrior's stepping in, because that 2 is really, really piecing Santa up right now.
Yeah, the jab is just not enough to keep Warrior off him. He keeps throwing that jab out there. It's landing here and there, but then Warrior pressures through and lands the bigger shots, lands the body shots.
Yeah, you do have to take a quick look at the health of Warrior, though, on the head. I mean, he is getting hit. Like, all these small shots from someone like Cody. It's like getting hit by Connor a little bit. You know, you don't really notice them, but they just start to take little chips off your head health. They are connecting, so you are right. The jab's not stopping the momentum, but it is doing damage. It is doing damage. He is touching him with it and switching southpaw right here. Maybe trying to find a home for that rear uppercut, and sits back on it. And look at this is what I mean. It's just hard. You know, DJ with that footwork, it's hard to catch him on the exit, and that's kind of what Sanders trying to do. Now he's going to those body kicks. He's got much better success as he's backing up right now, but you'll see Sanders right there just whiffing a lot. Really taking advantage, Warrior, of the size, in this case, a little bit of an advantage, because you can get out and underneath these short hooks right here.
Yeah, and just like that, only 30 seconds left in the round. Big overhand from DJ.
Yeah, we'll see right here. I want to see more of that liver kick from Santa. And also he's got to find reads on that 2 to the body when Warrior's changing that elevation. But this is good work from Warrior, man. He's stepping in 1, 1, 2, mixing up the timing, 2, 3. Good work.
Yeah, great round. And in a fight like this, where you're constantly exchanging, when you get this little break between rounds, this is where you make the adjustments in your head. Think about what reads you have available. Let's see how they come out.
Yeah, and that little first part of that highlight there tells the story of this whole round so far. Steps in, jab, 2 to the body as he throws a 2, comes underneath Santa's 2, and then as Santa throws the 3, he's already out, he's already exited, and that's how this first round went. Warrior stepping in, chipping away, and then exiting right there, which is exactly what you need to do with DJ with that footwork.
Ooh, good left hook.
Ooh, again, man, this 2 to the body. Santa's trying to throw the uppercut, but, man, he's just walking through it, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I think Santa's looking for that kick on the break, like you brought up earlier. It was effective.
Ooh.
It's landing. Oh, and then he sets up the head kick with it.
I think he'd do a little better if he threw the straight and then threw the kick. Oh, spins into a left hook, man. Big power right there. And that's the head health for Santa just deteriorating even more. And again, back to that 2. And I like he's coming back, man. 2 and then follows up with 2 strikes. So Warrior not just mixing up the elevation, but mixing up the amount of strikes he's throwing. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to go 4-punch combination right there. He did it again, man. When Santa thought he was safe, and that left hook catching him one more time. And this is some good pressure by Warrior right now, who's looking great. Really turning it up right there, man.
Yeah, you know, I was about to say no fear from Santa, but maybe that was a mistake on his part. Maybe he should have shown a little more respect for the pressure Warrior was putting on him there, because he's getting tagged.
Man, you can really see the speed difference. Warrior is just so in and out. Every counter that Santa's trying to throw with that lead hook is just falling straight, man. He's just not there when he's throwing it.
Yeah, and when Santa does find his offense, it just doesn't compare to the work that Warrior's able to put on in the meantime.
Yeah, and there's a 2 to the body. Oh. Perfect timing, drains all that stamina, and has him backing up for the first time in this fight. Oh, and there's another liver shot. And then he gets his own.
Yeah, those body carks, they are adding up.
Yeah, they are, and this is what I mean. But he's got to be careful, because he can't run in and trade. Obviously, there's the big right hand. One more time by Warrior. Stick it in there right now. Jab into it. He's looking to set it up one more time. That left hook is dangerous as well, biting through the air. And Santa, man, he's still whiffing right here. The 2-3 whiffs one more time, and the jab to the body. Again, whiffing on the uppercut. So he's trying to find counters that just aren't there. Warrior's in and out, in and out. Oh.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're talking about, the speed difference. I mean, he doesn't know where he's going to be. He's throwing punches hoping to catch him, but DJ's 12 feet away by the time he's done throwing.
Oh, and there's a nice little right hand as well. Left hook to the body. Another one. 3-punch combo to the body. All hooks. And Santa, man, he's got to move his head and try and slip underneath a little as well. Because these shots are going to come high.
I think.
Sorry.
Warrior's feeling it right now. I think he's getting in a little bit of a rhythm. He's starting to break down the block. The head health is blinking. Oh,
I know what he's trying to do with that spin. You know, he's trying to catch him coming in, stop the offense, but it's just too slow.
Yeah, I think the players at this level are so quick. They've seen the animation so many times. They just react, maybe even on instinct, just ready for those spinning attacks.
Bam! Big roundhouse. Oh, I love it. Roundhouse to the body, into the straight, into the lead uppercut for the Rock. I mean, that's just really, really cerebral striking right there with the openings appearing. And yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that my mad rambling at the start of this fight wasn't just mad rambling. it's basically playing out how we kind of thought it would. You know, Warrior's able to enter and exit before, you know, Sando's able to just really land a counter or get a read on him. And that's, you know, kind of due to the size and the frame a little of DJ and the speed and the footwork as well, of course.
Yeah, I think a well-deserved pat on the back there is fine. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
There we go.
That's it.
Right hand to the finish, man. Wasting no time in that third round, getting it done. And we have Warrior coming back to us right here. Gets a win in Season 2, man. He was 0-1 going into this fight with that loss to Dev Raider. Dev Raider, obviously a great competitor. And bam, they're trading right there. And then big right hand. So he did a lot of trading, really, in that fight. But I think it was just the... I don't know, maybe the timing of the strikes. Obviously, the vulnerability weirdos. Because he was walking through a lot of those shots.
Yeah, and just the I think we really saw Warriors just his ability to kind of figure out what his opponent's trying to do and not let off the gas pedal, constantly pressuring him, constantly making adjustments and landing, like you said, well-timed, effective shots.
Yeah, very in and out, mix up the timing, and I really like the way he was stepping in with a jab, stepped in with a 1-2, stepped in with a 1-2, stepped in with a 1-2, and then came back with a, you know, another 2 punches to finish it off. So mixing up the timing, the distance, and the amount of strikes as well. So just throwing off, and yeah, all day that 2-3 was whiffing from Santa on the outside, just 2-3, 2-3. And just sneaking out there. So yeah, real good work right there. And congratulations on the win, Warrior. Looking great, looking sharp.
Yeah, he decided he wanted to lead the dance, and yeah, excellent. I can't wait to see who he fights next.
There we go. Right, the next matchup, another welterweight fight right here. Going to be, I thought it was going to be EK or just Declan now. Excuse me. Taking on Dev Raider, but unless somebody's changed their name to Libsyn Lions, which, you know, these guys change their names all the time, and I can't be expected to keep up with it, man. I don't know. There's too many names. But it is still Dev Raider, so maybe we'll get confirmation in the back. But it's going to be at welterweight, and we'll see who Dev Raider's mystery opponent is right here. Libsyn Lions, perhaps, maybe, indeed, Declan.
Yeah, I do know Declan recently left EK, so perhaps the name change coming along with that.
That is him. That is Declan right there. Okay, so Libsyn Lions is the new Declan taking on Dev Raider. And let me just say, this is a fantastic fight we've got right here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Both guys are 2-1 in the ESFL right now. Anybody who can have a winning record in this league is making a statement, but not just that. These guys have been around for a long time. We've seen them at their best. We've seen what they can do. I can't wait to see this fight play out. And like I said, welterweight division, my personal favorite division.
Yeah, like you said, I was opening my mouth to take a deep breath to start a long sentence because, I mean, this could not be any closer on paper. They're both 2-1, number 12 taking on number 13 right now in the rankings, like you said, and both vets. And man, look at this. And it's a striker versus grappler matchup. So this is just fantastic, man. We're in for a treat.
Yeah, the Wonder Boy pick coming out. We've seen it a few times in the ESFL. I think it's really the people who love the striking game love Wonder Boy because he has so many tools and he does certain things that nobody else can do. George St. Pierre, on the other hand, yes, grappler, but his hands are nothing to scoff at either. He can do it all. This is a great one.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't want to say, obviously, Declan broke away from the EK camp, but that is an EK pick right there. GSP. So many of the Elite Kings have worked on a GSP because there's such a well-rounded game coming out of that camp. Now, I know Declan's off, Libsyn Lion now, as we should call him, off by himself, but you got to imagine he's going to bring an MMA game to the table in a fight like this. And Dev Raider, man, I mean, Dev has a win over, Warrior, who we just saw put on a phenomenal performance. So if Dev can outstrike Warrior, you got to imagine this is going to be a great matchup.
All right, here we go.
Here we go indeed, man. 10th fight of the night right here. Going to touch him up in the middle. Dev Raider taking on Declan, a.k.a. Libsyn Lions right here. Nice good work from Dev Raider already using that range. And wow, just planting in front of Declan right here. No head movement at all. That's not going to pay dividends for his block later.
Yeah, maybe trying to set something up there and wasn't expecting the flurry of hands, but now the takedown attempt.
There we go. That's not a bad idea right here. An early takedown with GSP is perfect. Get a few denies, beat your opponent up a little bit. Gets the straight into that rear side kick right here. There's some options going on right now. Gameplay tips and controller vibration being turned off. Okay. Maybe someone needs to get in the zone right here. But somehow there's still time. I don't know how people can play the game and do that at the same time. But okay, apparently somebody can. And I know that Declan is hosting right here. So, yeah, he was able to get a takedown, hold top position, and change his settings. It doesn't matter. We're here. We're in postured up half guard. And Dev Raider, nice work to get up right here.
Yeah, that's true talent right there. Multitasking. Maybe knowing the timing of that takedown from Hart. You know, been doing it for so long.
Man, I love the work right here from Libson. Dude, he stepped in with a 1-3, and then he hit that lead body kick, stepped out, hit the straight to the body, and then came back in and beat Dev to the punch with a rear uppercut. So, man, some nice mix-up. That's the Declan we know right there. Really good time mixing it up. With all the striking right there. Nah, read that 1-2 beautifully. Read that 1-2 and stepped out, slipped to the side. Left hook came down. Got to be careful of that straight on the return. And look at the stamina difference right now. But he eats that big right hand. Tried to do it again. Nothing doing. The health and the block so low. That's almost game winning right there for Dev if he's able to finish that offense.
Yeah, Lisbon looking smooth, and then he gets caught with that hook as he's dipping to the side.
Man, that was a nice double under he clinched into there. Now goes straight to the full tie after getting denied on that body-to-body suplex. Dev, double block and break. Nice work by Dev. Tries to go for the 2-3-2 right here. Nothing doing. And if Dev keeps throwing this much, he's going to have no stamina left. This is only the first round right here. He's got to find a way to get some rocks to, you know, take some stamina off Libson or just at least conserve something. Oof.
Yeah, George St. Pierre is not the fighter you want to fall behind in the stamina game too. He's going to take advantage of that in many ways. Those kicks as we see coming out, the takedowns.
Yeah, you can kind of imagine another double leg push to the cage coming out right here. Fakes a double leg into the double unders and into the full tie right here, trying to work the body with the knees, get some more stamina off. We've got a single collar back to this full tie. It's a big aggressive strategy from Libson with the clinch as well as the takedowns. And some great striking in the midpoint of that round.
And it's smart. You're fighting Wonder Boy. You're using George St. Pierre.
It is smart. You are right. Great first round. I mean, early damage by Dev, but you got to think almost that perhaps Declan literally planted his feet in place just to get him to come at him, just to get him to put some offense out, to wear down that stamina, because you know you can take it late with that. And look at that difference right there as we move into the second round. Again, though, just standing still. Maybe not the best strategy.
Yeah,
or maybe
he's
it is
trying to assert his dominance in the center, I think, or I don't know.
Maybe, I mean, again, he might be just trying to pull out a bunch of offense from Dev, but, you know, maybe not take those shots on the chin. There's a front kick right down the middle, though. Nice work, and it tries to shoot that single. That was a nice, cheeky little setup. Another front kick, though. Dev trying to return with his own.
The range on that front kick, catching him right on the end of the kick.
Yeah, man. The toes. The flick of the toes. I like this enter and exit Libson does here, man. He does a real good job of hitting you, stepping just out, and then going straight back in and entering again. Beautiful slip to the outside, 2-3 down the middle, getting a rock right here, going to keep that forward pressure on, and Dev dipping his head out just to exit right here and tries to step back in with a 3-2. Man, they're just trading jabs.
Lisbon looking so smooth. Like you said, moving in and out, but going high, going low, mixing it up. He hasn't even started to grapple this round yet.
Oof. That jab hitting that 2 to the body is good work right here. Ooh. Slips the teep with the left hook, man. There's some good head movement, man. And you can say, I mean, Libson's done some good ground. Oh, it doesn't matter because he just got rocked by a left hook. I'll just shut up right now. As Dev is just blowing out his stamina, trying to get more damage off left hook into the roundhouse. Nice work. Big damage from that.
Yeah, the commentator curse in full effect tonight, making calls. And, you know, that was a good rock there, but still, Dev Raider's got a lot of work to come back.
Ooh, 1-2 coming up high. I like it. Old school UFC 2 style right there. 1-2 head kicked. But nothing doing right there. It's nice and cheeky, and Dev's stamina starting to trickle away right here. But he's still firing that left hook. As we say it, there it is one more time. He's catching him with it right there. Libson got to be careful because he keeps eating it. And it's doing big damage. Oh, my God. So close.
Slips right out. Yeah, if there's one weakness really in the stats of George St. Pierre, it's that chin strength. So that is an out for Dev Raider. Oh,
big old body shot right there. Those roundhouses. Oh, nice work with the knee. 2, 3 into the big roundhouse again. Tries to come up with the uppercut this time. And Dev, man, no stamina. A minute left in this round. It's not looking good. He's got to survive and find a home for a big counter.
Yeah, Dev just can't handle the rhythm of George St. Pierre right now.
Landed a couple of uppercuts right there. Just not enough power to get one rock. And when you're this low, man, if you can only throw one strike, you've got to find a way to rock your opponent with that one strike. And he landed 3 uppercuts now, and none of them have rocked. Libsyn coming forward, so this is a bad spot for Dev, man. He's going to get another round, but a switch body kick or something right here from Libsyn could put him away with the 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and the stamina differential will only get more severe after this round with George St. Pierre's perk kicking in. This is looking like it's just a matter of moments here. This is a real tough spot for Dev Raider.
Yeah, and this is real good work right here from Declan. I mean, he's showing up, currently number 12 in the world, 2-1. This will put him at 3-1 and probably definitely slot him into that top 10. So, I mean, Dev looking for it, not out of it yet technically, and did rock Libsyn several times in that round with that left hook. So if he can keep it together long enough to find a home for that left hook, he may not be out of this fight, but Libsyn's own left hook followed by that body kick has been doing some big damage to Dev.
Oof. And just so many more options. When you have this kind of advantage in a fight, you can do things your opponent simply can't. You know he can only throw a couple strikes at a time.
Ooh.
Those body shots.
I like this body work by Libsyn, man. It's a lot safer for him right now. And he's doing good work with it. Again, that left hook to the body. And, you know, Dev's making the read, man. He's trying to land that uppercut. He's just not doing enough damage to stop the offense. Oh, cheeky little left hook. 2-3 to the body. There's the switch body kick that we call for.
This hurts to watch. This is
oh,
right
but
now.
he caught it.
Good
Beautiful
catch.
read on the 1-2, man. He saw it coming. Oh, front kick. And there it is. This is all rock, all she wrote, perhaps, man. Dev somehow humbling, creeping backwards towards the octagon cage right here, and still not out of it.
No quitting him.
He's
He's
trying
spinning.
it.
He's trying to win.
Good defense not to get knocked out right there. There's the uppercut. Slips under the left hook. No stamina, though, on Libsyn right there. Slips straight. Oh, left hook, right hand just misses, as well as the rear uppercut. And the team's coming out. Oh, man, that's going to be it. There's the left hook, man, into the body kick.
Kicking him
Oh,
on
he's
the
going to
way
let him
down.
up. He's going to let him up. Why not? Slicking that on the feet. Fake the straight left hook. Jab, rear uppercut. Nice work. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's unnecessary.
He's already dead.
That's too much. Nice little finish there. Fake the jab into the straight left. Well, sorry, fake the hook. I don't remember. I called it as it happened. But it was good. A great finish. Hey, man, great fight right there. We knew it was going to be good, and yeah, it was.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what it's all about. Seeing the best players at the game popping off, doing what they want, throwing combinations, and really just the sense of timing all fight long. And once he knew he had control, he used that to continuously get more and more of an advantage until there's just really nothing left for Dev Raider to do.
Yeah, really did a good job just pulling out the offense as well early. Like we were kind of thinking it's getting setting there, getting punched in the face, but it did pull out the offense from Dev. And props to Dev as well, man. He got his licks in, definitely got a couple of rocks and made some good reads, especially when hurt, man. I mean, he was in there, you know, halfway through the end of that second round with no stamina. He managed to make it basically to the end of the fight. Still getting a couple of rocks in, but yeah, good work right there by Declan. I mean, Libsyn now, as we should call him, looking impressive, moving to 3-1 right now, and definitely going to be in the top 10 after that performance. GSP. All right.
Yes, and you know the punishment that GSP can do with the grappling game, it really made it so hard for Dev Raider to have a fair striking exchange. I mean, that's why it's mixed martial arts. If you can take an advantage and then use that, and you can use it in the striking game, you don't have to use the grappling the full way through. He won the fight early on, controlling the clinch, controlling every aspect of the fight really by the end. But great performance from both guys, honestly.
I agree. Now, speaking of great performances, we can probably expect some out of these two right now, because there's a man whose name has come up several times this evening. who is filling in on short notice right here. Mr. Double Matt taking on Combo, which is a fantastic fight in our co-main event of the evening right here. We're going to switch over to it. It's going to be at bantamweight once again. And man, what can you say about these two?
Yeah, Double Matt filling in on short notice. We've seen him do it time and time again. Really a testament to his skill set. He doesn't need to sit around and game plan. He's just going to go out there and do what he does. The grappling, of course, always a huge factor. And then Combo, who's coming off a win against EK Mateo. 1-0 this season. He's ranked 20th in the ESFL. Combo's the kind of guy who he wants to beat you, but he wants to beat you his way. He wants to control how the fight happens. He wants to land those body shots and just rip in there. You see they're 1 and 2 against each other. It should be a very competitive fight.
Yeah, I imagine it will be. I mean, Combo right now only 1-0, but ranked number 20th this season, just off that 1-0. And it just goes to show you that the respect that matchmakers have and the rankings guys have for Combo, member of Vegas MMA, one of the most prolific camps, shall we say, in the EA Sports community, and have been for a long time. Other very good members. Just a great fight camp, and Double Matt was just someone who's been in the game grinding for such a long time as well. So this is the co-main event of the evening. We'll see what Combo can do against a vet like Double Matt. Should be a great matchup. Nice touch of gloves, and they're going to get after it. Here we go.
Yeah, tons of respect between these two. Should be a great fight.
Nice trading body kicks right here. Again, a mirror match with the TJ Dillashaw. Definitely both fighters can do it all. Beautiful double jab 2-1-2. Lovely, but there's a slip. Oh my god. Slip straight, lead uppercut back into the straight, and that's a knockdown already in the first 30 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, Combo throwing with heat right out the gate.
What a great combo. Man, tuning up Double Matt, who's getting right in the face right here of Combo. Tries to weave and throw that.
Lead left.
Yeah, man, that lead left and that straight, man. Straight lead uppercut again. Dude, Combo finding a timing for that pull counter into that straight. Doesn't land. Man, Double Matt eats the 2-1 right there as well. So Matt trying to stay in the pocket. Oh my god. Oh, Matt. Oh, Jesus. Oh god, stop the fight.
Combo.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
the man was on a mission.
Oh, even man was on a mission. Probably one of the fastest finishes we've ever had in the ESFL history. No.
And that wasn't an unknown newcomer. That was Double Matt. He just ran straight through him. Somebody we've seen in there with the best of the best. What a performance. In a mirror match, too.
In a mirror match. You can say that again. Combo 2-0 right now. We're just talking about why this man's ranked 20 with only 1 fight. Now he's got 2. You can expect to see him against some high-level competition. 21 significant strikes in a minute and a half, man. That's just really impressive. And no knock on Double Matt, of course, man. Filling in on short notice, going to take a little bit of time to settle in. Probably wanting to just find his groove right here. But my goodness, man, what a performance. What a just freaking slobber knocker. Coming just running straight through Double Matt. Who does that?
And the TJ Dillashaw pick, I love it because you have the speed, the power. He put it all together. That was a beautiful performance. I hope he keeps. I mean, like we said, he was only 1-0 coming into this fight. Now he'll be 2-0. He was ranked 20. He's going to be moving up. Let's see. I hope he keeps competing because I love watching him fight, especially after a performance like this. That was something else.
Yeah, man.
And I think.
Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, I think I'm having some issues with the link. It looks like they're trying to resolve that in the back, it looks like.
Yeah. For that wasn't actually the co-main event of the evening. I'm just clearly just so sleep deprived at this point, but I believe that it was, but it wasn't. That was not the co-main of the main event. The co-main event is Styles taking on No King, of course. So hopefully we'll get those two together right now. Number 6 and number 7, both undefeated. I do hope they're here. But I was going to say, yeah, Combo was not even gonna fight tonight. His opponent fell out. Calvin not able to show up. Was going to fight the number 9 guy in the world right there, Calvin. So it would have been interesting to see how that played out. But man, I'm glad he got to fight because dude came to bang and wasted no time at all this evening right here. Let's see if these guys can sort out that link. We've got 2 fights left. We've got the co-main event and the main event this evening. So before they jump in and do that, let's take a quick intermission here, just while we can sort out who's coming up next. And we'll be back in about a minute and a half to 2 minutes right here, just to see see what fight we've got next before. Obviously, if we jump into the main event, we're going to get the co-main event. So we'll be back in about 2 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Do have for you a co-main event of the evening right here. XYZ Styles taking on No King right here. And what a matchup this is, Luba.
Yeah, co-main event for a reason. XYZ Styles 2-0 in the ESFL, ranked number 6. No King 2-0 in the ESFL, ranked number 7. Couldn't get any closer than that. And both fighters have proven themselves in the ESFL and elsewhere. Styles came off that win against Davic, who had a win tonight. Styles is ranked number 3 on the Xbox leaderboards. He was ranked number 1 most of last season. Just a great fighter. No King, on the other hand, coming off a win against your mom, Fav.
Whose mum? Not my mum, mate. Bloody hell. Just kidding.
Somebody's.
I think you're right, though. Honestly, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Right here, co-main event of the evening, ESFL 63 is the number, and they're going to get straight after it. Number 6 and number 7 in the world, and already an early takedown. Sprawled on right there beautifully, and these shots to the body, but no, straight back up.
Yeah, and one of the great grudge matches in MMA, Nick Diaz, George St. Pierre, of course, George going for that takedown right away.
Man, 3 uppercuts by No King right there. Whiffing on the big lead hook to the body, but gets the 2 in there. And Style, man, very patient fighter. He's a fantastic grappler. Right now, I think, I mentioned this earlier, number 3 in the world in the rankings, like you said. I think about 180 wins and only 8 losses, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me.
Just that level of consistency, it speaks all for itself.
Yeah, you can definitely say that.
And it looks like Nick Diaz, orthodox stance right here.
Oh, and there's the double. Perfectly timed, man. Going to drive away. Fake. Trying to pull the legs out here. No King being nice and patient, just waiting. And these takedown fakes, the stamina management there. Nice job. Stopping the transition up. Going to switch to the single right here. A nice job.
Yeah, in the co-main event of the ESFL, you expect to see that high level of understanding of the cage game, especially, like we said, with that push takedown, making it such a big part of high-level play.
I like style right there. Hits the 2 to the body, whiffs on the follow-up 2 shots, but gets that leg kick as he circles out to the right-hand side. No king, man. Really pushing forward through, and there's the spear. Beautiful work, man. 4-5 punch combination, almost dropped that stamina down to less than half, and Styles says, you know what? I can spear straight through this, and goes for it right there.
Yeah, and it's such a devastating takedown to get into side control right away. Good denial there.
Yeah, swimming straight through. And this is real dangerous with style on top of you, man. I mean, some people get taken down by this guy and do not get up. XYZ knows what he's doing down here. No King does have a great bottom game, though, with Nick. And, you know, he's definitely probably been in this situation many, many times. Let's see if he can stay composed and just create opportunities. Be patient, but not too patient.
Yeah, I mean, 1:20 left in the round. The round is already slipping away, but as you said, how dangerous Styles is, you don't want to make any mistakes.
Man.
Put yourself in a position where you can't come back. Oof.
Punishing ground and pound right there off that deny. Oh, he gets it. How on earth did he get that sweep completely out of stamina?
The stamina.
Is he going to follow him round right here? No, just straight to the top mount once again, though. He got out of half guard to find himself in top mount, and this is just good work by XYZ. No break in the grappling exchange. Just going to work this body nice and slowly right here, and straight back into full mount. He loves the mount.
Yeah, and you can get so much damage in if you just land a couple of those shots.
Ooh.
And the denials as he's...
Man, big work. XYZ holding this top position as we ride out this first round.
Yeah, just such a dangerous top game. Wow, I'm super impressed with how he's able to not just deny those takedowns, but as soon as he was in a bit of trouble, Styles, as soon as he got swept, he was able to turn it back around and show that he is the dominant fighter down on the ground. So let's see if No King can keep it standing. I think he really needs to.
Yeah, and it was the over commitment, I guess, from No King that led to that takedown. I mean, he got speared. You only get speared if there's an opportunity for the animation to play out, and it was only there because he whiffed so many strikes from the outside. Nice lead body kick, and that's just a perfect understanding of distance with animations right there. Flicks off the lead body kick. There's an ankle pick right here for me and grabs it, and that's why these takedowns are so hard to defend for No King, because he just doesn't know when they're coming because they're just so well timed.
Yeah, and that's the mark of a great grappler, setting up the takedowns, not just, you know, going for them until they work, but making each one count. And like we said, that spear in the first round, knowing when his opponent was vulnerable. This is just a great performance thus far.
I love the high-low, everything's coming at 2 angles. Double jab up high to the body in there, rear uppercut, left hook high right here, and man, freezing a little bit right here. And again, look at this, man. He's got No King feeling a little flustered right here, just freezing in the wake of that offense. Then just trying to return with 4 or 5 punches, just trying to land something. And XYZ straight spear one more time right there. So this is great work by XYZ.
Yeah, a great guard game from Nick Diaz, but with Styles, just ability to anticipate all these movements, constantly coming out on top when there's a transition denied or any attempt to transition. This is just a dominant performance right now.
Short shots to the body. That's double blocks right there from No King. That's a lot of grapple advantage, but no attempt to transition right here. And you can watch the bar at the top. It is all red right now for grapple advantage. I mean, it has not gone blue once. So barely any opportunities. This is just great control by XYZ, just literally giving No King no opportunities to do anything other than sit there and try and defend himself. And, you know, XYZ is happy to take this to the decision, I'm sure. 1:40 left, and does not look like No King's getting up. He did not get up in that first round as soon as he hit the mat. It might be much of the same right here.
Yeah, and he's doing it from every position. Side control, half guard, full guard, mount. I mean, just constantly raining down damage without really putting himself at risk of losing the position. He just understands the game at that level where he has full control right now.
Yeah, and it'll be really interesting to see if anyone can stop this kind of an offense, grappling, as well as, just good crisp stand up and setting these takedowns up. I mean, like we said, 2-0 right now. I mean, this will be 3-0, going to probably move up towards a title shot, maybe one more fight before that. I mean, I don't know if we'll have anyone that can stop this kind of an offense right here, but No King's trying to get some fake pull downs and trying to find a way up and trying to block low, and just 2 nice big hooks from XYZ, 3-4 hooks from XYZ right here. really working on that head, and No King kind of freezing right here, trying to find an opportunity and just probably overthinking it even in the wake of this situation.
Yeah, your head's spinning, you're fighting on the big card, the big stage, ESFL, and this is happening. He takes really something special, even just to hang in there, but he's going to have to pull something out of his hiney here if he wants to pull a comeback off, because he's down 2 rounds to none and he's hurt.
I mean, 4 significant strikes landed. I mean, that going into the 3rd round, 4 significant strikes. I mean, that's so low. And you can compare that to the the double mat fight with Combo. I mean, double mat landed 2, and that fight was only a minute and a half. So
yeah, and it's a testament. I mean, we said we looked at his ranked record. Obviously, rank doesn't always translate to the big stage, but with only 8 losses and all those wins, it's a consistency. It's somebody who knows how not to make mistakes, how not to slip up, how not to give up any advantages.
yeah, and you got to think, man, he's very, very comfortable with GSP. Oh, beautiful rear uppercut straight to the body, man. There's so much head and body work from Style, and as soon as No King's ready to return, he's back out ready to defend. Eats another left hook right there, and there's a 1-2-2 down the middle again by No King, so getting a little bit more offense off right now, trying to step out, hit that 2. Whiffs on those hooks again. He's got to be careful, man. It was just both times he got taken down in the 1st and 2nd. He defended really well against the cage, but it's just caught in the open after throwing, just a couple too many shots and getting speared. So definitely doesn't want to do that in the 3rd round right here if he's got any chance of winning this fight.
Yeah, those spears were really something. Oh,
beautiful work.
Dropping
another knockdown. Not enough to finish him off here. And no break either. Ooh, pummels to the double unders right here. Great work. Denies the switch against the cage, and there's a double under straight into the body lock. Nice defense by King, who's got a bit of grapple stamina advantage. There we go. Oh, into a head kick. Not enough damage, but landing something nice right there.
Yeah, showing a little offense, but you see the stamina after that clinching exchange. He's really he's running out of options, but he also has a chance here, No King, to show that, yes, he did get out grappled, but we've seen him.
Beautiful 1-2 right down the middle, and came forward with the 3, the rear uppercut as well. And this is where Style, I'm sure, will try and turn it on and try and finish this fight. But it's a nice pull counter right there by King. Still trying to create little opportunities.
Like we were saying, King is no slouch. He's shown us what he can do before, so for him to be dominated like this, real testament to Styles. But also, as you look forward to Styles, like we said, getting a title shot, this is a chance for Styles to show, yeah, I can strike and grapple, and we're seeing right now he's pouring it on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, King is the number 7 guy in the ESFL right now. I mean, he has not lost this season, undefeated this season. It certainly doesn't look like that right now with XYZ, and there's this pressure he's put on him with the striking and with the grappling offense. So, oh, there's a nice switch to the body. Great fight.
And there she is.
Well, I mean, damn, you got to look at that fight and say, who on earth on this roster can kind of stop that kind of a grappling offense,
Yeah, when we watch these fights, there's so much you can, you'd love to see a nice back and forth brawl. You like to see a nice technical, fight going back and forth. But sometimes when you see a performance like this, there's something special about it, because you see this person, they put in the time, they put in the work, they know what they're doing, and they're putting it all together on the big stage when they need to. It's awesome. I loved it. That was great. Yeah,
and I feel like as much as we're seeing some of the veterans exiting, some of the rankings, we're seeing newcomers coming up right now. I mean, we just saw Combo. He's back in the business, and he did an absolutely fantastic, starching of a very highly touted opponent. And right here, XYZ, man, that could be a future champ right there. So we're seeing these other names, these other players coming up, moving up the rankings, and, taking these spots that some of these other players have left, because they've started to fight, less and less here. So keep an eye out for XYZ right there. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to say flawless, but damn near close to a flawless performance.
Yeah, that was something that I think anybody who gets Style coming up here, they're gonna remember seeing this performance, and they're gonna have to come up with some kind of special game plan, because he looked like he could not only do it all, but the grappling game was just so smooth, so on point. That's a scary, scary man right there.
Yeah, you know who else is a scary, scary man? Our current champion, Mad Dog. And he is fighting and defending his belt right now against Mr. Pryoxis. And this is a great fight as well. As much as we've talked about these new guys, these new up-and-comers, here's two people who have been doing this since day one right here. And they are both fantastic competitors and both very, very, very good members of the ESFL roster, and they're going to get it on right here. It's time for the main event of the evening, ESFL Esports Fight League 63, guys. Been waiting for it all night. Right now we got Mad Dog taking on Pry, defending his belt, and it should be a great matchup right here, Luba.
Oh man, I am so hyped for this fight. There's something special about, I mean, Mad Dog, like we said, he is the champion. Pryoxis challenging for the belt. He had such a long streak as champion. Put on so many great performances. He had come from behind wins. He had dominant wins. He does it all. He's been around forever. 5-1 this season. He's looking to get that belt back. But Mad Dog, the young up-and-comer, Mad Dog's such an appropriate name. Just loves to talk trash. But, you know, in the way where, you know, it's all about the game. It's all about competing. He's on a 3-fight win streak as Mad Dog. He's coming off a win against Prodigious. That was a revenge win for him. So you know he's been improving. You know he's putting in the work. He's a great champion, and what a great challenger in your first title defense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this will be a great matchup. I know these two have fought each other before. And like you said, I mean, there is something special almost about seeing both these guys fight. Maybe it's because they've been around for so long. I mean, Price, certainly, he makes this game look good. You know, if you're trying to showcase this game to people, you want to see some some MMA, you know, in a video game, or how does that work? Well, he's like, you can watch Pryoxis because he'll show you a full round arsenal and he'll make things look good. You know, he'll take advantage of all the aspects of the striking mechanic, the distance, the timing, the head movement, and really make it look good. But Mad Dog, man, is such a tenacious fighter in all aspects of this game. He'll put it on you, and given any given day, he can beat anyone, and he has done because he is the champion right here. Pry tonight going with I think Pry is in the blue. I'm not going to get this wrong, but Pry tonight going with GSP, definitely a guy who came in the ESFL as a pure striker, definitely now evolved to the point he's got the Pride Jitsu. You know, he's got a full, well-rounded game, and if he needs to use all of it, you can bet he will use all of it tonight. And with GSP, we just saw you have a full range of striking. You've got all the tools you need to win. Like you said, a little bit careful on the head health, but he is coming up to fight a middleweight right here, and he is fighting what we would probably consider the most picked fighter in the ESFL, the top of the meta, with Jacare, with just a lot of power, good stamina, and just a devastating ground game. You know, top and or bottom. If it goes to the ground, you're going to be absolutely fine. Maybe with GSP on top of you, it's going to be in a bit of trouble. But with Jacare, you can just walk forward, and just keep throwing that right hook, man. That right hook will just catch you and just rock you and just take you out of the game when you're not expecting it, right up until the final round. So it's such a great fight. It's a title fight. The belt is on the line this evening, guys. Mad Dog defending it for the first time right here after snatching it off Prodigy's, the man who took it off Pryoxis. So we're going to see if Pry can get that belt back. It's the Esports Fight League 63, guys. Xbox card this evening. They're going to touch him up. Let's go.
Let's go. I love it. Man, and as you mentioned, Jacare, the pick for Mad Dog, at middleweight, it is Jacare weight. He is the top fighter in pretty much every way you can split it up, but sometimes it feels like Pryoxis knows something we don't. Love the Rafael Dos Anjos pick at welterweight. Always made that work, and now with GSP at middleweight, let's see what he's got.
Yeah, likes coming up a weight class, it would seem, but straight into the clinch right here, and there's an elbow right there by Mad Dog. It's a rocket, there's a return of the left hook and a spin. Oh my god, well, okay. Looks like we're going to fight almost immediately right here. Both fighters rocked in the first minute. I mean, don't know if you would have expected that, especially because the fight immediately went to the clinch, but there we go. Big damage early.
Yeah, these guys wasted no time tonight. They got to watch Game of Thrones after this. They're trying to get it done.
There
quick.
we go. I know Pry, you know, you got to think he wants to implement some kind of grappling game with that. The GSP pick early, but there's a beautiful deny right there on the transition and into a reversal. Mad Dog on top right now with Jacare, and that is not what you want. You do not want to be underneath a Jacare, but Pry going to be patient right here. Look for his opportunities to escape. Already back to full guard, and we'll see what he goes to now.
Yeah, and the experience of Pryoxis is such a huge factor in this fight. Mad Dog is the reigning champion, but Pryoxis has been in many more championship fights at this level. And just as we said, his understanding of the mechanics, he knows what he's doing. He knows what's going on. He's not going to panic.
Yeah, and the 5 rounds will play a factor for sure. The stack guard transition right here for Mad Dog. Nice and easy. We'll see if he tries to hit it. And there's the get up right there by Price. So back to the feet. Nothing really doing on the ground. Both rocked on there and went straight to that single collar clinch. We'll see if it gets back to that position here. Oh, lovely double jab into the leg kick, but nice return. Planted that roundhouse to the body right there, and this is big damage. And another one right here. Got to be careful of those. A rear uppercut to the body too. And there's that big right hook, man. You got to be careful of that, honestly. Jacare's right hand is so much power in that hand.
Yeah, he's hitting so hard. You see the health bar just dropping for George St. Pierre.
Nice block there. Prime making the read, seeing that's coming out. And he's going low with these leg kicks right here. I don't know if he's trying to set himself up. I mean, it's a 5-round fight. It's going to be easy to get these takedowns if he can do it. And he's doing a good job using that GSP jab. It comes out real snappy. Throws it from the shoulder. Pumping that elbow. Gets flared a little bit, but it snaps out there. And Mad Dog probably looking to plant again and just swing that uppercut to the body in that roundhouse. But nice catch right there and slipping it in right underneath the elbow right there. Oh, again and again. Man, Mad Dog planting and ripping the power right here.
Well, there's so much tape on Pryoxis out there. Always putting out content for the community. Looks like Mad Dog might have a little bit of a read with that kick. We'll see.
I think, you know, he's very content to just stand in the middle of the octagon and let Pry come to him. And Pry right now is going to have to find another way to enter. He's used to double jab on his way in or just jabbing around that. And obviously, he's got other ways to initiate his offense. But you can tell right there, you know, Pry's going to have to find other ways to just sort of start these attack sequences, because Mad Dog's just standing there and just banging straight power, planting, rear uppercut to the body, jab, right hand over the top of that big body kick. So Pry's going to have to find another way to attack, and Mad Dog just more of the same. Great work by Mad Dog in that first round.
Yeah, and something that comes to mind real quick is a little scouting report I got from somebody who's fought Pryoxis so many times. Cody Dank talked about how Pryoxis will eat damage early in rounds and just kind of enter all that information into the big computer brain of his, analyze what's going on, and then take over as the fight goes on. So great round for Mad Dog, but not out of the woodwork by any measure right now.
That's true. That is true. And, you know, he was catching that body kick. You know, like, Mad Dog had success with a couple of strikes, but unless he continues to change, you know, his attack strategy throughout this fight, Pry will make those reads. But you got to imagine Mad Dog will do the same thing. But Pry, you know, he does attack from different angles. Apart from that double jab, there's not much that Pry's been doing this fight that you could make a read on. So, apart from that low leg kick as well. But there, again, he threw that body kick. Pry's getting the catch right there. So, probably can tell based on the distance, you know, that they are apart. The tendency would be to slam that body kick in.
Yeah, those kicks were coming from a surprisingly close range, right? Where Mad Dog is almost exposing himself at a time where Pryoxis wouldn't expect it. So it's a higher risk time to throw the kick, but just the fact that he's not expecting it, but now he's catching it.
I feel like he kind of can tell that Pryoxis isn't coming in looking to land the big shots right now. He's just looking to close the distance with that jab, so he's quite content to stand and plant because he knows there's not going to be anything intercepting that kick on the way in, but not at least right now anyway. But Pry has caught it, you know, when he's thrown it this round, and already, you know, Mad Dog's not gone back to it. He's mixing up now. He's having to throw, you know, a little bit more boxing because that body kick is being read by Pry. And those leg kicks are starting to do some damage too. Another one.
Yeah, just one uppercut lands for Jacare, and you see George St. Pierre's head health dip real low, but...
Oh, yeah, man. Pry is going to have to be careful. You're right. Mad Dog is doing a good job with that boxing. He's catching him right on the end, and the pull counter straight just misses for Pry. Got a little overzealous on it. He threw it a little preemptively, but if he'd landed, it would have done big damage as that big right hand whiffed for Mad Dog right there, and that inside leg kick is doing big damage. I'm wondering if this is why Pry's chosen to go southpaw, because he wants to land the inside leg kick as opposed to the outside one right here.
It has been effective. You've seen it land the animation where you really hear that slap. You know it's hitting hard, and you can see the damage.
It's a little harder to read and a little harder to predict. You know, if you're in, oh god, there's a team kick right up the middle, right there, and that's big damage. And that block is so low. Mad Dog pouring on the pressure, and he's got Pry hurt here. He's going flashing after a couple of strikes. If you're against a Jacare, it's so much power in the hands of Jacare, man. There's a reason why people pick him up in this middleweight division so consistently, because you don't have to land too much. You can plant and you can throw, and Jacare can take it too. And there's a big rear uppercut that rocked Pry right there, and then right hand over the top, and a teep kick.
Cheeky little takedown.
Tried to snap it in, and that's something we didn't see that round. No takedown attempts at all from Pry.
Yeah, I saw him duck once. I wasn't sure if it was start of the takedown or if he was just ducking naturally, but yeah, very interesting how he's kind of maybe going away from that, or is he? I'm not sure exactly if that's his strategy or if it's just he didn't see the openings, because you got to set it up, and right now Mad Dog's not giving him any good looks.
Yeah, Mad Dog doing a great job right now, showing why he is the champ, planting, starting, setting in his ways and just throwing big power and really upsetting the offense of Pry, who seems to not be able to find too many avenues for attack right here.
There's a feint. I like that.
Yeah, Pry getting a little loose now, mixing up the footwork, but again, runs straight into a 2-3 of Mad Dog, who's just planting and throwing. He's finishing with that lead uppercut as well, which is a long-rangey, powerful strike. Can catch you on the end as you're exiting, but now Pry's trying to make that pull counter. Block, though. There's a nice straight right down the middle. Anytime you see that GSP sidekick, you just automatically can tell, oh, here comes the takedown. Oh, no takedown. You know, it feels weird where there isn't a takedown after that sidekick, but... Oh, man.
Yeah, and he went straight to the clinch there, and it looked good, but look at Mad Dog. Got his back, or he could release it if he wanted.
I'm pretty sure Pry, you know, he's aware at this point, every time he's initiated some kind of grappling exchange, Mad Dog has reversed on him, doing a great job. He got that backside switch, and now they're taking the back on the clinch, but letting it go, and back to the feet.
And I think what we're seeing right now, Mad Dog's timing is so on point. His sense of, you know, like we were talking about the range with those body kicks earlier, and the naturally understanding he was going to be able to throw those without a threat. I think he's just on point right now. His game is looking real good.
I really like this commitment to the two lead uppercut right here, Mad Dog. As soon as Pry's closing that distance, he's going two lead uppercut, and it's really just stopping the offense from Pry, man. Like, you know, the jab comes in and it's touching Mad Dog, but it's not stopping Mad Dog straight, and the straight of Mad Dog's just doing big damage and just stopping Pry's forward momentum right here. And it's double jabs, good work from Pry, but it's just not enough to just set up any more, you know, damaging strikes.
Yeah, and as you'd expect from fighters this level, both guys with plenty of stamina in the tank, but you see the head health difference. As you with all these big shots landing, Mad Dog starting to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to see Pry maybe try and shoot that takedown, but like we said, you got to imagine all those grappling exchanging so far. Mad Dog's definitely, you know, almost, you would say, got the better of, reversing as well. But I was going to say, he's been working that leg, so he needs to take advantage of that. Otherwise, that's wasted damage. He gets the power slam right there in the third round.
Yeah, 3-round fight. That might have been, you know, too little too late. We got 2 more rounds to go. Big slam right there.
Yeah, but, you know, he's done okay. There's not been any rocks this round, I don't think, and that's some points right there. If he can do a little bit of damage, maybe he can take it, but also that commitment to the leg damage is going to allow him to get that takedown. If he can get a couple of denies or some damage off it, we'll see. But Mad Dog's done great in these grappling exchanges so far, playing rather defensively right now, locking up the guard, content to just land some short elbows right here with 15 seconds left in this third round. And there we go.
That'll be that third round. Yeah, a tough one to call. The slam was big. Early on, you saw Mad Dog continuing that pressure, landing big shots. But, man, is the tide turning? Do you feel that? Or what do you see happening here?
Well, I mean, unless Pry can consistently hit these takedowns in these last 2 rounds, maybe. But you got to look at that head health, man. Mad Dog's done a great job just touching Pry all night so far with that 2. Everything coming off that 2 that he's been landing, that straight punch. And Pry needs to just find a way to not run into it. Ooh, beautiful pivot lunge out to the right-hand side, away from that 1-2. Sees the jab, hits a switch out to the right to get away from that rear hand, and bam, straight into a power double. And this is what he loves right here, and he's got it right now, right in the back of Mad Dog. early in this fourth
Yeah,
round.
and maybe a little frustration or something going on for Mad Dog. Pryoxis kind of slipping all around him, transitioning at will. Good guard to get his guard back, though, for Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog has definitely been able to show some good defensive grappling. Not initiated any, but done a good job when it's gone there, and there we go. Hits the pump out with the full guard fake and into the backside, and there. No wraparound didn't follow him that time. And Pry back in this full guard position.
Backs him.
Nice job. Taking that half guard. Slow and methodical. I mean, they hit the mat at 4:30. It's 3 minutes. And once again, Mad Dog just being real patient with his grappling. Now he's in full mount with Jacare on top of you. You do not want this. Such a hulking figure to have on top of you. Jiu-Jitsu game strong. And Mad Dog, man, been really patient. And the reversals have been on point tonight from Mad Dog.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you take Jacare, you want to be able to grapple, and he's doing it.
Cheeky little sweep right there from Pry. Back on top in this top position, but not really any damage coming out from Pry with this top spot.
No damage for Pry, but not a lot of damage from Mad Dog either, even when he had that mount. And you saw George St. Pierre, Pryoxis was the one getting the big slam takedown. So if we're looking at a decision, that's something that might edge him out the round if this is how it continues to go.
It's true, but that third round's up in the air. If Pry wins this one and the fifth, you don't really know how the first two were scored, maybe in the favor of Mad Dog. So really, if it goes to a decision, it's going to be, if anything, if Pry can replicate this 2 rounds apiece. But he's 120 left in this round. And like you said, the takedowns are good, but not much damage. So he may not be able to finish the fight like this. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, as a fighter, especially with the belt on the line here, you'd like to have the reliability, knowing what the judges are going to do. But, I mean, to be frank, we got no clue what these judges are doing sometimes.
That's true. And you can see Mad Dog here trying to really set up that rear hand. He's throwing jab, rear uppercut, jab, trying to get in range for that right hook to end it right here. So Mad Dog looking through big power. And again, with the 2-3, the 2 lead uppercut, excuse me. It's been real good by Mad Dog right here to stop the forward momentum of Pry whenever he comes crashing forward with a jab. 2 and then something behind it. And there's that body kick again, what we saw early.
Yeah, it took my breath away a little bit. Those are just slapping in there.
Oh, and another one right here, man. Planted. And Pry's got to, if he's going to drop his hands to defend that, his head health's going to take some damage. So this is good work late from Mad Dog as well, mixing up to the body.
What a fight we got tonight. 4
Very
rounds
technical.
in, either guy.
Good fight. It's the main event of ESFL 63. Of course it's a good fight. What are you talking about right here? All right, 5th and final round. It has gone the distance so far into these championship rounds. Sorry to cut you off there, Luba, but this is the main event. Like we said, Esports Fight League 63 right now. Pry trying to get that belt back off Mad Dog with his first title defense. Oh, and now Pry turning up the pressure. 4-punch combo and beautiful. Landing the wheel kick right there, but nothing doing. No rock or anything.
Yeah, the stamina at this point a little low, maybe factoring into that, but good takedown from Mad Dog there.
Yeah, now we're seeing Mad Dog initiate the grappling right here. Maybe feels like he doesn't want to give up another round off his back. Needs to be the one to start the grappling exchange, but Pry definitely no slouch off his back. He has been able to reverse when it has gone there and there with that same sweepy hit during that 4th round. Yeah, that half guard sweep from full guard. He loves it and he gets it one more time right there.
Yeah, and both these guys so good. They've been in 5-round fights when everything's on the line. They know what they can do with their stamina, with their health. They know what they're trying to do, but they got to figure out what their opponent's trying to do, right? And you got to wonder right now, who's looking for the finish, who's looking for points on the scorecard. I mean, with the grappling, it's neither guy really seems to have the edge where they can really put some substantial damage and put the fight away.
Yeah, I mean, like, if Mad Dog wins this round, you got to believe that Mad Dog probably takes this home. But if Pry wins this round, I mean, you just don't know at a stage like this. There's 2 minutes left in the championship round, the final round for a title fight. I mean, it's anyone's fight right now, really. 2-3.
I'm just watching that clock tick.
Nothing doing on the 2-3. Both men trying to find uppercuts. Oh, fake the body kick, teep kick up the middle. Mad Dog going ham right now, trying to get the block break. And there's the power slam. One more time by Pry into the full mount right here. And no deny. Nice quick sit out right there. And a block on the full mount transition right there by Mad Dog. So that's him nicely recovered right there. We'll see if we hit an arm triangle from Pry. Might be looking for it again, trying to hit the full mount and deny one more time, Luba.
Yeah, he can't. I mean, maybe there's a submission here, maybe some good elbows, but with that big rock, Pryoxis, would you stand it up here?
I mean, I don't know.
Would you look for the knockout?
I wouldn't pretend to be able to tell players of this high caliber what they should and shouldn't do. No. Only commentate more on what they are doing right here. But I mean, maybe Pry feels like if he can get that takedown and some ground and pound, he can win this. He's hitting the body real hard right here from half guard. Now coming up top of this is big damage right here. Able to stop that as well, and there's no stamina left on Mad Dog, just going for it, slamming these elbows in this 5th final round. If we're in high school right now,
ground and pound, Pryoxis is finishing strong.
Yeah, the guy who's on top right there, I feel like wins the fight in high school, right? But there we go. It goes 5 rounds, man. It goes 5 rounds with these two great fighters. Such a competitive fight.
That was wonderful to watch. You could see the adjustments made all fight long. Both guys showing what, peak performance looks like right now in the UFC 3 competitive scene. That was something else.
Yeah, good work, and it really went everywhere. It started in the clinch, rocks early, good body kicks early from Mad Dog. Pry just walking into that 2-3, and then the sort of that momentum swing, like we said, with that power double. Pry hit it at the end of the 2nd, and then the 3rd was kind of very close. 4th and 5th, you got to give to Pry, maybe, because there was that big rock in the 5th round off that teep kick. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I do know that if Pry wins, he says he's going to vacate the title anyway. So we'll find out.
49-46, 48-47, and 48-47.
48-47. 3 rounds to 2. And he gets it. Oh, my God. Controversial? Maybe. I don't know. Could go either way. I mean, what a close fight. But Pryoxis gets it done against Mad Dog right here, stealing back the title that he lost. Moving to 6-1 this season, only losing to Prodigies, I do believe. And man, what a fight right there. Top of the board, ESFL 63, Pryoxis getting the title back. And Mad Dog, man, you gotta feel for Mad Dog in that one. He probably thought maybe he had it in the bag. Look at the oh my goodness. Oh, there he is.
There it is.
There's the man.
How you doing, Pry?
I feel like some kind of announcement coming right here. No worries, man. Well, there we go.
I love it.
Top work by the man. Look at that, grabbing that belt back.
Stylish in the octagon, stylish on the camera, man. I love it. Pryoxis, a legend for a reason. We all know him. We all love him. If he is stepping away, that is a shame, because every time he fights, it's a great experience for all of us. I had such a blast calling this fight. Could have gone either way. I think Mad Dog really did a lot. I think could have won, 3 of those rounds very easily. So just a great fight and a great win for Pryoxis.
Yeah, it's one of those fights where, I think everyone have a different opinion, but at the end of the day, it's video game judges, so there's not much to be done, But yeah, we will be back. We will be back next Sunday. ESFL 64. We've got the return of the PlayStation boys. Big names up there. PlayStation really kicking off this season. So many good fighters, and it was so good to see some hot new talent coming up. Like we said, man, bit of a change of the guard almost. This card feels like, Pry winning the belt back, but if he's stepping away, man, we've got to keep an eye out right there. XYZ knows he's going to be coming for that belt. We've got Combo, man, in the chat as well right now. That Combo is going to be wanting that title, so we got some new guys coming through. It's going to be good. And obviously we know now UFC 4 is coming, guys. Maybe it's a Christmas release this year or early next year. In either case, man, we're going to keep the ESFL coming, keep the train rolling, keep improving, keep building names and building this present on Twitch and on YouTube for you guys, and building this scene, this competitive EA Sports MMA? No, EA Sports UFC scene right here. And I'm sure Pry will be back. Some of these guys will be back. UFC 4 coming. There'll be an explosion. But until then, we're going to keep the train rolling. And Luba Libre, thank you so much, man. Fantastic job from you tonight. Pleasure sharing their booth with you this evening.
Yeah, absolutely, Bailey. And I had so much fun doing this. It's called the ESFL, the Esports Fight League. It's the gold standard in competitive UFC play. I was honored to be here. It was a blast, like I said. I can't wait to see what this organization has next week. Every Sunday, everyone in this community gathers together to watch the best do it. Absolute blast. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Fantastic. Right, everybody, take care. Enjoy your evenings. Go watch Game of Thrones if you haven't. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next Sunday with PlayStation 4. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you next week.